Hello, Rob. Hello. Hello, everybody. Sorry about not being on at the start, but yes, don't have to worry about commentating as usual. You've got onboard cams, I'll give you all the onboard cams you want. Hang on, you say that? No, sod it, let's go opposite. Yeah, we will do in a minute. Hello, Rob. Hello, everyone. So yes, 3 hours of Spa coming up. Some suspiciously placed silver cars at the top, but yeah, we'll see how they fare. It's terrible. It's always us. It's always the ones that work in tech that make the mistake, isn't it? Yeah, it's not too bad, Rondo. It's just 2 3-man teams. 2 3-man teams. What am I on about? Just ignore me. Yeah, 2-man teams. So, yeah, how they'll split that, we'll see. So, other car, Matt Acton starting 33rd with Mr. Andrew Pike. I'm not commentating, Louis, so it's not too bad. We did 6 hours of Monza. That was only last Saturday. Wow, it was, yes, a week and a day ago. We did 6 hours of being Aid the Ace. You're quite, and I'd listen to your expertise at the moment, Batch. We did 6 hours last weekend, that room in my throat. This isn't, and I'm not commentating this, I'm just, effectively this is like a watch along. Ah, that's alright, not a problem. No, so yeah, this is more like just a watch along, seeing how they fare. Seeing how they do. So I'm one of you today, rather than having to go all commentatey on it. It's a bit more chilled for me this time round. Well, that's the theory, anyways. Whether that works in practice, I'm not so sure. We'll find out. Yeah, 3 hours, but going to be nice and chilled, hopefully. It's a long old formation at this. Not much longer to go now, though. So yeah, it's only got to watch got a whole qualifying session for the Sharpie earlier. Everyone enjoyed that, I'm sure. Most of all, Sharpie. So here we go. How's this going to go for the lads? Let's go on board with one of the TV cams. Let's see how Joe fares then. Starting up in 10th. Evening, James. Hello's Mr. Pilbeam. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Nice long clear cars, love that on ACC. So let's see how this start goes then. It's going to be nice and nerve-wracking for all involved. 40 odd cars behind him, so we've got Joe in 10th, and we have Macton and Mr. Fish back in 33rd at the moment, so that's going to be interesting and difficult from that far back. We'll go on board with them as well. So let's see how they fare then. Coming down to Radio on Eau Rouge for the first time. Let's go a bit further back, see how they're faring. Remarkably clean by the looks of things, so everyone pretty much in the same order, so they all got through. Nice, good start. So Joe fares then. Everyone giving themselves a bit of room. It's nicely done by everyone there. Fair income. I normally say that in one of our races. Someone ditches it, or someone decided that that corner really wasn't their liking. They're going to have to give a few positions back, because that's horrendous, to be honest. That looked like that car. Did that car just cut half the track? That's ballsy. They'll be getting a penalty for that, I'm sure, if RCI see that. Oh, saying that. Oh, car going round. Is Joe going to adapt? No, he's not. Oh, that's so unlucky. And he's basically going to have to wait for everyone to get past. He might be able to spin it around on the grass. Oh, hello. Maybe not. Typical that he's probably the one to have paid the most for that when he wasn't really involved in the crash. So, 2 hours 58 of clawing the time back. Well, that's a bummer. Right, let's go back on board with Axon and see how they've fared. Just our luck. It's always really frustrating. Oh, there's a car going. Oh, good lord. Oh. Code Brown. Okay, so this is, yeah, first lap of Spa. People just having a weird incidents at the moment, and then, yeah, people getting tied up behind them. A little bit ballsy from that blue car. A little bit shovey. But yeah, 3 hours. Nothing overly aggressive so far. I think just people spinning and people paying for it, unfortunately. Yeah. But that's ridiculous luck for them too. I think that's probably your internet, Louis. I think it's smooth my end, so I'm pretty sure I'm okay. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm not dropping any frames, so I'm sure we'll do one day, James. One day. So, Joe, where are they? They are second to last. And Marinovsky was maybe one of the cars that got caught up as well. So they raced in our Monza race. Oh, there's cars coming back to the pits, so they must have more damage. Joe can keep going. So not too much damage. The perk of that is it was more a spin than any, you know, the car's not going to drive like a bag of spanners. And Joe is, if anyone's got a cracking in that, howdy. Oh, hello. Someone's had a nightmare. Through the source, that happens. Happens to all of us. This is why endurance races are endurance races, though, isn't it? They're not easy. And just getting the luck half the time is difficult enough. You can drive well, but you've got to get the luck as well. Oh, dearie me. What on earth has been going on there? Yeah, so that will be damage. I reckon he'll be having to nurse at home. Oh dear, we've had carnage. And the problem is this here, no live stewarding. I can go back and watch the replay in a minute as well because I'm not broadcasting. I'll go back and watch the replay in a second. So there's been some... Yeah, I reckon there's been some questionable race driving so far. This is, unfortunately, like I said, not a live stewarded tier either. Poor sod. So 35 positions back. Where are... So did our other team get caught up in that as well? Don't think so. I didn't see too much orange. So they would have hopefully made up a few positions, but... So yeah, Max is up in 16th now then. Yeah, let me know what you lot are getting like stream-wise, if it's lagging for you guys as well. Hopefully it's okay on the whole. So I'm not getting any drop frames or anything at my end, so hopefully it's all good. But yeah, a bit of a recovery job unfortunately for... I mean, there must have been absolute carnage in a minute. I'll watch the replay in a second. So yeah, good at the start, and then second lap, absolute mayhem. And yeah, James, I think I quite a lot enjoy that kind of thing, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm not getting any dropped frames. I'm not getting any dropped frames, so I'm not having any issues on that front. Put it onto auto quality, that might help. We seem to have that available at the moment, I think. Hopefully. I do, you might not. But yes, it's... So yeah, Acton, so where they started, so they're 20 positions up after, what, the first 3 laps? Joe and Sharpie not so much. Yeah, hopefully that improves it. Yeah, so it's only it's a bit gutting when there's no... live stewarding, but it's understandable. It's quite a lot harder to getting stewards isn't easy anyways, but to do it for 2 tiers to a good standard, not easy. The weather's not white. Yeah, weather's not great. It's not great here. It's not that bad. Weird. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. So it's more a casual affair this time round. So not worried too much, but it would be nice for it to be nice and smooth. Oh, if you do 1080p, the stream will be upside down most likely. So a bit of a bummer at the start. Let's go go back on board with Joe and see how he's faring. If his poor thing's got caught up in anything more. So we've made a fair few positions up because there are dear. There are a lot of cars in the pits. That's the problem. If this was the top tier, I'm almost betting that they would have restarted this. Look at that, 26th are in the pits out of there's 46 cars. And look how many of them are in the pits. So Joe's will be making up quite a few positions here. God, and there's two. There aren't any limits on stints. It's just two mandatory pits. Right. So yeah, Axon's doing well. Joe's not doing too bad. Let's go on board with him. He's the only car. He's one of the few cars. Not in the build deer. There's a. So actually, yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. This is a bit mangled in terms of order already. 2 hours 50 left as well. So yeah, a bit of a bummer. Again. They know what they're getting themselves in for all these drivers. They know that the tier isn't live stewarded in tier 2. It's a shame. Sometimes that happens. So RCI are a good bunch, really good bunch. One of the best out there, and yeah, they'll be gutted that that's happened. But we'll go on board with a replay in a second. I can try and work out what happened and how bad it was. Actually, do you know what? Let's go on board now. So let's see who we pick then. Let's go on board with. So let's go on board with. Once we find Joe, so it would have been long old first lap formation lap. Let's see then. So at this point, carnage has already occurred. Right, let's go on board with. So how far forward do we want to go? Oh dear, yes, okay, so we found something. Let's go on to a different camera. It's gone helicam. So we'll keep it. Right, okay, so let's go on this board with this camera. Let's see what happened then. So, oh dear, top right, there's a bit of a car park already occurring. So we're just going to try and find someone who's already in it. Oh dear, yeah, that's not great, is it? Have you seen the SRO real life crash? Although that's quite bad. That's happened early on. That's got quite a lot of cars. Oh, it's let's find out. Oof. Well, that is an awful lot of oof. Hold your brakes. Stay still. Don't. People just slow down. Oh, let's be fair. There's quite a lot of really horrendous driving going on there. Yeah. Stupid decision after stupid decision, people not holding brakes, and there's poor old Joe with literally nowhere to go. Yeah, it's terrible that, isn't it? Absolutely awful. It's so easily avoidable by people just slowing down if they get yellow flags. I mean, that's unlucky. That will be the most horrendous amount of damage. So you can't do the whole deal about that. That's unlucky. At this point, those guys behind coming up the hill, I don't know what they can do really, but they're piling in around the corner. And he's come back on track, and that's pretty awful as rejoins go. Nowhere on a car coming up there is going to be able to avoid them. Oh dearie dear. Oh well. Never mind. 2 hours 50 minutes to go. Yeah, I'd love that, James. Oh, if they do full course yellows. Yes. He was, yeah, your dad's in Mr. Andrew Pike. He's in, he'll be in either second or third stint. Yeah, but there's some bloody awful driving. There's plenty of driving that if happened in an OTL endurance, if we're stewarding it, would be getting stop goes at the very least, possibly disqualifications. Just people pile through. You see incidents and they just go, I'm going to keep my foot down and cross my fingers that by the time I get to it, it's not there. Spoiler alert, it's normally there. Oh well, they are where they are now. No, that's not what the camera wanted. There we are. It's up to 13th though, 12 seconds in front, so that's a hell of a start from those two. They did not get caught up in the mayhem. Yep. So most people, unfortunately. It's horrendous. And the annoying thing is that I reckon it's a restart in the top tier, which is, yeah, again, we can't do much, about that bit. There's literally, last time I checked, there was 20 cars in the pits. A lot of them have left the pits now, but they'll be so far back. Yeah, kind of, JP. Yeah, just wasn't involved in that crash, but when he got up to there was literally a roadblock in front of him. So, yeah, by that point, it's kind of not much you can do about it, which is a bit of a bummer. Yeah, massive shame. At least it's only 3 hours. It's not a much longer race. I mean, if you do that in a 12-hour or 6 or 12-hour, it's gonna a bit more. You'd have more time to make good on it. So where's Joe up to now? Joe up to 27th then. Him and Marinovsky. I think Marinovsky just in front. No, it's not. It's a back marker. Kind of gets out of the way okay, just about. So yeah, I just have to put his foot down and try and get some nice consistent laps in. Hopefully that car's not feeling like a bag of spanners, like I said earlier. They're not going to take their pit, so I'll try and gain an advantage from that. Can do, yeah. Alright, and actually that's a fair point. Let's yeah, I'm looking forward to that, James. Good that sold out, as it were, very, very quickly. So let's go on then. Let's go on board with the replay with that carnage with the car a bit further back. So whereabouts did it happen? Right, so it's happened by this point. Oh hello, was that a little tap round? That's annoying. So okay, yeah, that's a bit of luck, isn't it? It's just, and then behind it, absolute carnage. Yeah, they've just avoided it. Let's go to on board. Just go to dash. There we are. Is that scary? The windscreen wipers shivering with fright. So poor thing doesn't know it's all about to kick off, and that little bit of lift off, and look at what that's gained in that little bit of time. It's great driving from Matt. Well done, man. He's just lifted off and he's not kept his foot in it and crossed his fingers. He's just taken his time, lifted himself, given him a bit more time to assess what's going on. Code Brown or what? Deary me. I'm not going to keep watching that crash because it's not going to help anyone. But yeah, they're going 10 spots up with the click of the fingers there. Yeah, hopefully Joe can push on through. He's very, very good in this kind of position. He'll keep pushing, but I mean, I don't know what the gaps are now between all of them. Let's have a look actually. Can you see on here? Let's have a look. So they are 27th. Yeah, they're 5th lap. So the guys from like 24th up are miles ahead in terms of time. This is a shame. I've seen bigger, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh look, another. Oh god, they're coming through in waves now. Jerome, if you go onto YouTube and search for SRO Spa Crash, SRO Esports Crash, it's worse than that. I mean, it's much worse than that. It was, I think, the car in second crashed. It was in the way. It hit a puddle, went straight into the wall. Coming down the straight, coming down Kemmel Straight, and yeah, it's hitting the wall, and then everyone behind us just straight up the back. Like, people do not slow down, no matter if they're esports driver or not. In very select places, he's famous, notorious. I mean, same thing. Depends who you ask. So it's up to 12th then. What's the gap to the car in front? Let's see. So it's a little bit spread out from that. So we're only 15 minutes into the race, so 5.2 seconds. A great start. They wouldn't have expected it to be this way around, but I'll be pretty happy so far. So it's a shame there's no exactly and founder of At the Back Racing. But you can't. Yeah, I mean you were at the back last time. Hold my beer. Yeah, they're called Hold My Squash, Eli, when Joe's in the team because he's under 18, you see, so under legal drinking age. Can't endorse that kind of behaviour. What he does behind his own closed doors up to him, but yeah, that's why they were called Hold My Squash for the Monza race. So yeah, it's such a shame that at the back. I don't know what the top tier was like. I'd be interested to know if the top tier was like any cleaner. Already? Well, in top tier or this tier? Oh, my Robina. Oof. Oh, Robina's lovely. Got to keep up appearances from time. And that had to finish last at least once. True. Very true. MA62. Thank you very much for the follow. So it's nice not having to commentate like I normally do. I'm not going to try that. Dear oh dear. Have a night off when I can. But it's nice to follow the guys around. Just gutted it's gone like that for them. Was it that bad then? Is it P1 and 2 crashing in the top tier or was it this tier? It's hard to keep up. Can't have been that bad, surely. Assuming JJ and King are both doing it with each other? I'd guess. I'm sure it was clean. I'm sure nothing went on in top tier. No, they might have done. Who knows? It's not the easiest track. We all know that. But yeah, if people could engage a brake pedal or a lesser, you know, a bit less acceleration when they see literally a scrap heap forming in front of them, that would be nice. But too much to ask, unfortunately. The world of sim racing. We are not fortunate enough to avoid that. Yeah. Hello, Emma. Yeah, so you can. So this is a team event held at RCI, Racing Club International. Brilliant group of guys and gals, and yeah. So on PC, don't know what it's like on Xbox and PS4. Yeah, but on PC you can do team events like this. You've got car swaps or driver swaps, rather. Sorry, driver swaps. So you can do a stint, and then the other driver gets in and carries on, and yeah, so it's pretty awesome. Team events on here are pretty amazing. Oh dear, 10th to 20th in tier 1. Not great. Not great at all. Right, let's see whereabouts. So most of the cars out of the pits now further back. There's quite a few getting caught up in that though. Joe in 26 still. Yeah, I mean the gap between them and Maranowski. So 16 seconds there. I mean, I guess that's not too bad, but then Maranowski's like a minute and a half back from the next car, I think. It's so ridiculous. Like Joe has literally done 0 wrong. Yeah, it's cool. It's really good. It's console's a bit behind on that stuff. I don't know how they'll be able to implement some of the things. A lot of this is in the JSON files and bits and bobs like that. But yeah, you get a bit more functionality on PC. Yeah, so Joe's and Sharpie's race very much now going to be trying to be as clean as I can from here. But so unlucky, like the first, yeah. So it's so unlucky that he spins around having to avoid a car spinning in front of him. Where was that? That was coming out of Brussels, I think. So after the Lacumas and Malmedy. I think it's still called that. Yeah, so I think it was out of Brussels. Or Brussels. And then, yeah, you saw in that big pile up. Like, there's nothing you can do there. There's a wall of cars in front that forms just before he gets, literally just as he's getting there, from that absolute carnage we saw. So they qualified in, what was it, 11th, 10th or 11th, so gutting. This is just GT3. You can only do GT3 and GT4. I mean, you could do Porsche Cup as well, but I mean, this is, yeah. This is just GT3. The top tier is GT3 and GT4, so that has a whole other can of worms to get involved with. And before getting in a crash, apparently, with number 11. Who's that? Who's number 11? Oof, that's a car in a very different position, so they had a good bit of coming together as they got past. Let's go with the leaders. Oh, orange car, fair enough. Can't shake that. Oh no, you'd be absolutely off your nut by that if you did that, Jerome. So I lead the car doing pretty well. So second place car not too far back. There's going to be a lot of lapping already because of, I mean, how many cars did we have still? 46. So we had 20 cars that are still running. I think have already pitted. If you go further back, yeah, a lot of them have either got one. So the cars that have got green have had 2 pit stops. So some of the cars have already done all of their mandatory pits, but they will need to do plenty. They'll need to still pit because you can't go 2 hours and 40 on a tank. I mean, the Bentley could probably have a bloody good go, but I don't think it would quite manage it. So that's the lead car then, coming up behind this that marker. He'll hope to get past nice and cleanly. He's going to have a fun time trying to get past the car up ahead. Hopefully no issues for them. What for this? For the RCI? Well, I'm not sure, because I mean, you would have probably been in this tier as well. I mean, the top tier is, they are rapid. I mean, Sharpie, you've seen how quick Sharpie is, but Joe's not exactly a slouch. Finished in the podium spots. Kept Killian behind him the other night. Quite a fan of an Audi. So he's as comfortable as they can be in this. It's so gutting when it goes that way at the start and it's not even really anything to do with you. It's not like you've made a mistake and crashed into someone else, or I'm getting plenty of crashes coming up on my broadcast tool. So 160 had a crash with, oh dear, there's all sorts of carnage. 160 with number 4. Oh dear, yep. Oh, hello, stop there. Shall not pass. Well, I hope no one wants to pit now. Go. Alright, stop that. Could do the whole corner. Where are you going? What idea was that? Right, okay. Let's go on board with... Let's go and find Acton. It's fun when we're doing this. You can see some absolutely weird... Oh, look at it. Oh, 100% they can crack top 20. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, it's like... any attempt to not drive over the ball, it's just like, I'm just going to... I mean, he could have steered right and still got into the pits there, so how the... He's lucky to go and disqualify for driving backwards. We had that the other night at Misano. Poor old Gerhard was off track letting some people go, and it was just at a horrible corner at Misano where the game thinks, actually, do you know what? Oh, does it? Kabuta. G for gnome. Yeah, it's you could still turn right there and gone into the pits, but yeah, that Misano got disqualified for driving the wrong way. But it's just unlucky. He was off the track and he'd had to cut a bit of the corner before, and the game thought he hadn't at the corner at all and was basically cutting the circuit. So at that point, when it's after a hairpin, he's coming back the other way. It thinks he's now driving the wrong way. Very, very unlucky. Common sense is a wonderful thing, isn't it, JP? If it was common sense, though, if everyone had it, it wouldn't be called common sense. It would just be called sense. I really have no idea how to say your name, but thank you very much for the follow. It didn't even spin, did he? That was just a slow left hand down. Just turned around really slowly. But yeah, unfortunately, Joe. But yeah, that's people just. I don't know, but yeah, Acton and Pike looking good here. I mean, you'd fancy their chance of a top 10, 100%. I mean, cars are going to have some problems between now and the end of the race. It's 2.5 hours to go. Oh, it makes me nervous. That's him past. Thanks, I did thank him. Well, you deaf or what? But they're on for a shout, so it's 4.5 seconds the car up ahead. So the car up ahead is Diogo Martins, or Martins, let's just call it Martins. The high visibility Aston. Getting lost in Brazil, yeah, there's a track here somewhere. It's like me on Paul Ricard if I spin. I get all dizzy and I'm like, I've literally no idea where I'm meant to go now. The whole track at this point, I don't know where I've been, where I'm meant to be going anymore. I'm sure one of these directions is the right one, but I really need someone to point me and tell me where to go. So not far. I mean, far enough, but in a 2.5 hour race, not far at all. Then it's another 4 seconds to the car ahead, and then 8 seconds, and then you've got a couple of cars quite close together, having a bit of a battle. Oh, hello. Oh, careful. Otherwise there might be another couple of positions to be gained for Sharpie and Joe. That's what I mean, Eli. It's just like I end up going, I sort of started spinning and I shut my eyes and now I haven't got a clue where it is. Is that who that is then? So, yeah, they've not had a race. They are literally the last car on track now. I did see ZF Sheep and I was like, is that him? And I saw him doing ACC. He drives quite a lot, doesn't he? He was going to, or is going to do an event with like Jardier and that group. It's not bad either, but clearly they got absolutely. Well, no, they haven't pitted either. So there's a good. I reckon there's a good 7 or 8 cars I think we've lost since the start. I'm sure there were a lot more that were at the beginning of this race that are not here now. Oh, by the way, 901 followers. Whoop whoop. Yeah, just over the 900 followers. So yeah, thank you very much for the new followers today. Got us over the 900. It's pretty mad. We've gone up we've gone up more than about 100 in very little time. I think last weekend we were on about 800, just over 800 before the Monza race. And the notifications went off for about 5 minutes. Absolute carnage. Great fun though. So 6 hours with Aid. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Hey look, there's a Jerome in there. Can't keep you Dutchmen off of ACC, can you? It's a lovely looking livery, that actually. Is that one of the official in-game liveries? That looks very Logitech G, doesn't it? That's because I joined, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, without doubt, Jerome, without doubt. Couldn't have done it without you, dude. Sai is with Dow and Jardier, yeah. So I don't know what event they're doing, but it'd be cool to see how he fares. Well, he's not going to be Jardier and Dowking speed, is he? I mean, none of us are. No, it's Jake Fairing. Let's go find. Where is he? Let's go and find our favourite Cornishman. I can't find him. Oh, there he is. Up to 23rd. That's why I couldn't find him. So him and Maranowski making their way forward still. Our favourite Cornishman masquerading as a Frenchman. Yeah, they're a weird. Yeah, I can't say what the F stands for. The Z stands for 0, and it's things you don't give. I give 0. Starts with F. So that's what it stands for. I think Leg used to be in it. I think. I see what's another WTCR. Yeah. Oh, there will be at some point. I'm sure there'll be GTMs not far down the line. Hey, if Dan Camish gets involved in one, you'll have to get involved with it, Jerome. As well, especially if Harry gets back in and maybe Bo. That'd be a hell of a battle, that. I don't know whether Dan would. I know he's Camish has got his wriggle I think it's away at headquarters at the moment. It's moving house and doing all the fun stuff. But hopefully we'll be able to get involved in the race room stuff. 0 F-brain, so I don't think they were that bad, to be fair. Oh, nice. Have you ever abandoned us on race room? Have you, Jerome? You clearly do. You clearly must practice ACC quite a bit. You're quite. I don't know if you know this, but you're quite good. I reckon. You could be fast if you practiced. Yeah, it is, man. Oh, you get in. You get out what you put in, though. You definitely get out what you put in. Jack Myers, F1 2003. Crikey. Thank you very much for all the follow. Hope you are well. Oof, yeah, that's not fun. 8 hours of Bathurst. That's yeah, that requires a bit of practice. So I was gonna say 12. I said 8 is a weird amount to do. Yeah, 12. So 12 is the. Was that the one we did as well? Who was our team? Good lord, I can't remember. It was Joe, unbelievable stint. It was Joe, Rob Lovelace, Lega, and maybe Andrew Pike, or Mr. Fish, as we affectionately know him. So, soldiering on. Joe driving really well. Put it in the back of his mind. You know, setback, one of half the... Well, pretty much half the grid has had a similar setback. Well, actually, I mean, he's had a setback not as bad as half the grid. They were much, much worse. A lot of them had to pit. They'd have had such monumental damage. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that. It's unfortunate. I know Leg felt a bit bad. He just wanted... I think he wanted to live up to, you know, not... He wanted to sort of do justice to the great stints that had come before him, and it just maybe just pushed it a little bit too hard, and it just bit him a little bit. It's Bathurst, that's what it does. Jones, and that's car in front, good stuff. Yeah, Emma, 90 minutes next weekend, so we really signed up for that. I think we had a few sign-ups that late at that night, because we got it all sorted in public very late the night before, and then we announced it properly the day after, and I think it took 9 hours. I think all 50 spots disappeared. It was like, oh, crikey. I mean, we knew it was going to be fairly popular, but not in like 9 hours, so we're quite happy with that. And I think we could have carried on, to be honest. We could have easily done more. I think I got a telling off from Joe. Yeah, hey, you live and learn, Leg. It's a hard track at the best of times, but you live and learn. That's part of it, isn't it? It's a battle in the head as much as it is on the track, and it does. Yes, the 18th, so 3 days from today. How much it costs? No idea. Oh, cool, Lasty. What's your... would I know your real name? Or your username in Discord? Or you were just a lurker? Now, wrong with that, by the way. You lurk all you want. You might not be. I don't know. It's too many people at this point. I'm starting to lose track pretty rapidly. Although that might be more about my brain than anything else. You know, no, I don't think most people care how much. I think people are buying it anyways, let's be honest. The 2 Evo cars with Imola. Hopefully nice and affordable. No idea. Not a clue, Jerome. It could be any time during the day. I reckon it'll be mid-afternoon. I would bet mid to late afternoon. Or early evening. Don't think it'll be nice and early. It might be lucky though. It might come out nice and early. It depends. They haven't really said much about what the schedule is in terms of when they want to get it released, but nice, JP, nice. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be. I mean, there are quite a few new drivers in that there aren't. You know, they haven't been assessed. There is no way to assess them. It is effectively assessment racing in itself as well. I mean, Sharpie will say that to people. You know, basically saying that it's a bit of fun. Don't try and go mad and dive bomb people. Like, this is just fun. Respect everyone else. Let's just try and have a nice hour and a half. So our next event will probably be mid-Jan. So middle weekend, maybe the one after. So we'll probably get that announced in a few weeks' time, early December. We could do one a bit sooner. we don't want to rush one before Christmas. Then you've got Christmas, New Year, but we don't want to, give ourselves a bit of time. Get all that sorted. We've got, Sharpie. He does just so much. He's, how he's the brains behind all of that, and does such amazing work. So, yeah, we don't want to rush things. We're actually this isn't a job, it's all sort of voluntary and whatnot. So we're very lucky. But yeah, we did love Monza. That was great. It was a bit crashy for some people, but wasn't too bad. I mean, considering the amount of cars that were there, I think the vast majority finished as well, which was awesome. I don't know, Jerome. Possibly. I'm not sure. I don't actually know. But with it being Silverstone, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm quite looking forward to that. Yes, a 90-minute league race. We've got 2 90-minute races in the ACC league. And one is this coming Thursday at Silverstone, so it should be awesome. So I can see here both drivers on the same screen, which is nice. So Acton, as in on the leaderboard, not nowhere near each other on track, but yeah, Matt Acton in 11th, himself and Pike going well, so they could be on for a top 10. So just avoided the utter carnage of lap 2. So a few people in the RCI not overly happy about how the thing went earlier on, but understandably. Apparently ZF Sheep's being a little bit crashy at the moment, from what I've heard. So trying his best. I'm assuming fairly new to it all. But still going, so fair play. Get him round. In fun. VS, thank you very much for the follow. Oh yeah, no, you were very solid. I mean, you're a good team. You've got good pace all throughout, and it's. I mean, in those events like you saw tonight, you've got Sharpie and Joe that start up in like 10th or 11th. Can't quite remember now. And then you had Matt and Pike starting in 33rd, and within 3 laps, they swapped effectively. Yeah, it's good going, Jerome. I mean, it's less. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't say the age of the team isn't that important. If you're already quick, you could be quick within the second day. If you're all fast and you start the team, you're going to be good from day one, really. So it's more about how people drive as well, isn't it? Fast is great, but if you're fast but you drive in the right way, I think that's more important. And which you guys do, from what I've seen. Attitude is as important as actual ability, I think. If not, well, it's more important, isn't it? You can be as quick as you want, but if you're an absolute dingleberry the entire time, rather than actually, being nice and humble, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, they get pushed and pressure from me. Oh yeah, but you've clearly got now. Some people take to it more than others, and some people, I think, find. Some people have got the time to invest in it more than others, and some people take to it. It takes patience, because it's even if you're decent, it takes a while. Sorry if you've all just gone deaf. That was the game, not me. Which one? Yeah, there'll be a bit mutiny there at some point, tearing the team apart. Jerome, you've got to be careful, man. Don't let them get too big for their boots. Anything that doesn't agree with your stomach, Quinton, because then you need to finish the race really quickly. That kind of... I mean, that's one... It's one method. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. Oh, car number 98 in 21st is pitted. Have they got damage, or is this just a normal pit stop? Melon Mates Motorsport, lovely name. I can't tell if that's just messy. I quite like the... I mean, it's quite shiny, isn't it? Do not know. I have no idea if that was damage or not. Kind of early for a pit. 42 minutes in. No pay, no play. I'll tell Dan. Wish I could pay. Yeah, so... it's... oh, team in 10th have got a drive-through. That'd be nice for Acton and Pike. That'll pop him up another position. Got very metallic cars around here. They're like lovely. Up to 10th then, top 10 spot at the moment. It's a very odd race this for them. It'd be interesting to see where Joe and Sharpie can move up to. They're up to 22nd now as they go past Vilhauer. He's 23rd. So that can happen. You might get other teams getting drive-throughs, so Joe could move up still. They might make mistakes, have crashes. It's not exactly the easiest circuit. There's 2 or 3 places you can have a big old crash at. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely it's 100%. It's track limits, 100%. A few fights going on further forward. Ferrari in 7th. There's a Bentley in front of them, and then those other cars are back markers. That red car is a back marker, so that's meant they've had to go quite wide. Not how they'd like to take that. That red car not really conceding the position here. Like it really, really should. It should not even be close. So that's the next car on track, so they were all back markers. They're through now. Acton up into 10th. Yeah, just a shame when that happened early on. The first lap was nice and clean, and then just a couple of cars have had their own accident. One's gone at like Mach 1 into the barrier, popped it back out towards that runoff. Pretty similar to the real life crash with Hubert, the fatal accident with Antoine Hubert in F2 last year. It pops you out. I mean, that's a bit more complicated, that crash, but another drive through. Look at that, 3rd place as well. I think that might be another position. I think that'll drop them down quite a long way. Oh yeah, low tail pedals, 100%. Drone, 100%. Makes more difference than anything else. Death Grind 666. Lovely name. Cheers for the follow. Yeah. It's a shame that they couldn't have a bit of a calmer race for a bit longer. Frankly, they could have done. It was just annoying the way the crash happened. Really, such a silly avoidable accident. No, so that isn't coming across. So that is just a back marker they've got to get past. Hopefully they'll let them through. Nicely done. Lovely stuff. Yeah, it's going to drop them a fair bit back. Not quite that far back, I think. Oh yeah. Oh, nice. What are they racing in Death Grind? In this, you mean? If so, who are they? Sorry, yeah, I'm normally just following the OTL teams, but it's, yeah, either way, it's cool stuff. League Racing Hungary. So much going on. So many races on a Sunday night. That's very kind of you, Jerome. Yeah, it sort of takes time, a bit of saving and a bit of patience. So I had a TMX for a little while and I couldn't get on with the pedals at all. But I mean, I had to get rid of it in the end due to health issues, back problems, and God knows, you know, I've got hypermobility. So, yeah. Unfortunately, the setup I had was not comfortable in the slightest, and I knew just I wasn't going to use my rig because it just ended up in so much pain. So I had to get rid. One day, if I might get back to racing with a wheel. I just race with a controller when I do race on like project cars or AMS2 normally. I'll put that into the price as well, Leg. How much is a rent? Yeah, no. So the world's longest pit lane. It's not 27. Leg, 27 seconds at Spa. Not in this one. Not at this pit lane. Not a chance. It's about 2 minutes 70. That's which is 3 minutes 10. Get the joke. Yeah, that's going to have that all smart. That's the world's longest pit lane. So there we go. Another position that should be then, surely. Or are they a lap? And I think as they come through the sectors, that Santos team is going to drop back horrendously. Yes, they've just come out of the pits. So let's just catch up. Let's have a look. Death Grind. I believe they are in Ferrari. I don't know who's driving right now. I want to say they're P7. Let's have a look, man. So, oh, it's just a team ahead then, is it? Oh no. So is Sven Klein your team? Crofty, Lezone 3 hours bar final. Is that them? Or so it's either them, Katosi, or that Santos team we were watching a minute ago getting a drive-through. Ah, so quite fair enough. It's for Sven Klein. What a name. Some names just sound cool. To drive through the double pit leg. Both pits. Ah, nice. There's no way on earth that you can... Yeah, because it's both pits, isn't it? It can't be 27 seconds. It's about 3 years. Well, we'll check. Well, hey, we'll test it next time. We'll test it. I mean, that's like the longest pit lane on planet Earth. It's horrendous. You do what you think. Yeah, I think you leave the pits and then you're like, oh, I've got more pits. Lovely. Just what I wanted. So up to 8s now then. Go accent. Driving superbly. What's the first thing he's had? So what was that? 25 positions made up? I mean, because about 23 of them crashed in that start pile-up. Well, the second lap pile-up. Pardon. Joe doing well, though. Joe's going good guns. 21st. So sit back earlier on, but didn't pit, so has been able to push on. I'm doing pretty well. So nearly coming up to the end of the first hour. Per pit lane. Oof. 54. That is a massive kick. Yeah, that's a drive-through. If there's a track you don't want to drive through at, it's this one. Not much you can do about it though. You go wide, you go wide. And God knows there's quite a few opportunities around here. I mean, you'd imagine it's the obvious places. People going a little bit too wide up rally on. Where else? I think it's, what is it called? No Name now, or Double Ghost it was called, or Puyon back in the day, or something like that. Where else? I mean, Blanchimont probably. You can wrap them up. You can wrap them up quite quickly, I'm sure. So we're going to see a few more cars get drive-throughs, I think. There we are, slightly better camera to be on board with. Oh no, it did not, did it? Is that my fault? Did I break it? Just going to go on board with Dale's stream. Let's have a look. Oof, that's it. Oh, that is a bummer. Oh, it has actually properly broke. So what did it do? Just disconnect everybody? Oh yeah, lost connection to server. I've seen that. There was a endurance series that I saw people driving in yesterday where the server went down about an hour, with an hour left of a 12-hour race. God, how annoying. That was in second as well, driving superbly. It just comes through Radeon and then disconnect, and then yeah, server connection goes. Right, it's a bummer. It happens though. You know, it said RCI are a good bunch. They know what they're doing. It's a bit unfortunate. So they're going to have to get that restarted. Oh, that's going to be a nightmare. So how on earth are they going to sort that? Hopefully, to get everybody in, and I'll have to get people. The thing is, you'll have to. The top TL server down. 39 cars looking at. Oh dear. There's not much they can do about it, is there? Really? I mean. All you can do in that situation, all you can do is either get everyone back in, and if you know where they were at the end, then you're effectively starting from like a rolling safety, like a virtual safety car type thing. But I mean, that's not gonna. It's probably not going to work for them. But, you know, all the gaps that had been created, they're all gone. Oh, what a bummer. Wow, I don't know how they're going to sort that out. Let's keep an eye on that. Well, I wonder if they can restart that split without restarting this split. It's annoying because they've got time, but they wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to screw the people by restarting this race. But they could, though. There's plenty of time. I'm just saying. They could literally do it all over again. Let's not do that. I mean, I would like Joe and Sharpie to have another go. Up to 20th now. Keep going, son. Good, great driving, Joe, as always. He's had a bit of free air since Hell on Earth happened earlier. Yeah, so I mean, from what I see there, that's the first time they've had it restart as well. That's the first time they've had a server crash during a race. I'm sure that happens during practice or qualifying here and there, but like during the race, that's harsh. They have got people who got that's fair play. I think Frubo in the Discord have got all the positions on a screenshot from probably from someone's stream, so he's got people's positions if they need it. But yeah, not much you can do about that. Sometimes that's what's involved. You know. Pretty horrendously unlucky. We'll see what happens. We'll see what they do. It's a bit difficult because you've got two mandatory pits, so if they're going to start on a shorter time span, like a 2-hour race, they're going to have to reduce. Yeah, they're just going to have to make that a one. They have to make that a one mandatory pit session. They're not going to do more. Well, yeah, it's just cars. Yeah, ICC sounds are the mega. I mean, sounds so much better in cockpit cam. I mean, those car noises, you're not finding them anywhere else. I don't know. Well, I say that from what I've experienced. I don't know. Sort of like R-Factor might nail it, but this game gets it pretty much spot on. especially those braking, those off-throttle noises and the braking sounds, and oh, so good, so good. Good driving from Joe. Keep it up, Dad. Keep it up, Sam. Doing well. Call him son. Not old enough to be his dad, thank the Lord. Very close to being old enough to be his dad, but I'm not quite. I'm not even that old. That's just how young he is. Thus the squash reference in the old team name. I do think there might have been some issues. I think people were having issues with lag and stuff, so saying they think it could have been a load on the server, might have been struggling a bit. But could get people back in on lead lap, which would be interesting. I don't know. It's almost a safety car, isn't it? How old is Joe? Oh, hello. Nicely done that. I'm sure he did that on purpose. That's just how he likes to drive it. Sideways. Up to 7th. Team's pitting now, obviously. I think starting to take their mandatory pits. But I think that is on position. That is on track position. He is 17, I think. He's a young whippersnapper. Not an old fart like myself. I mean, there's much older farts in the OTL, trust me. I'm not even close to being the oldest. I'm not even half the age of the oldest. Which I love. I love that. Absolutely love that. Fair play. So pro split's going to be restarted with 2 minutes 15 left. That's pretty much where they were when it went pop. Starting in the positions they were when the server crashed, and they have to manually build an entry list though, so they're going to have to do that now. So the drivers are just going to have to wait a little while. So yeah, this one's been okay. Oh, not to be my granddad. Who's that? How old am I, JP? Oh, come on, how rude to ask a lady your age. Who lies? Who does? Who lies, leg? About what? Oh, stop go 30-second penalty for car number 916th. Come on, matey boy, superb driving. Says Sven. Up to 5th as well, Mr. Klein. No, I'm early 30s, 32. I am. I'm not quite sure the oldest driver we've got. I know the oldest driver I know for certain is late 60s. I'm old enough to be your granddad. I'm like, what? So I could have been your granddad if so. I'd have had to have a kid, and then so I'd have had like 2 years. So there was a 2-year span where I had to be born, had a kid, and then that kid have a kid for me to be your granddad. Yes, Mr. Thunder. Don't worry, I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold my lead solidly. I don't think you'll quite get me. It's yeah, you've got drivers at 13, 14, and then you've got drivers in their late teens, early 20s, drivers mid to late 20s, over 30s. No, that was kind of the joke, as I'm sure you got, as I'm sure you worked that one out. Clever guy you are. I'm sure that occurred to you quite quickly. So how old are you? 16? Oh, I was 16 when I was your age. That's that kind of. Only 31, joined the club 30. Yeah, so I'm 32. It's like, doesn't mean anything. It's just a number. Pimlo in 14th, pit in. So that stop go being served. Joe in 17th. So they're pushing forward. All you do in these races, you just put in a good stint. You go, right, that sucks. That was really annoying. But what you do, and this is what he's done, is just knuckled down and gone, right, I'm just going to do what I can. Oh, you're not far off, Sharon. Hey, your hips are creaking and your knees are snapping. That's all. That started years ago, I'm sure. We're way past it, sunshine. We are way past it. But never seen a car come up that corner. Every time. Doesn't matter who's in the car, how well he's driven. Still code brown. Evening D-Stack. Well, confusingly, so we've got Matt Acton and Andrew Pike, so that's Matt Acton and that's Mr. Fish, as you know. They're up in 7th. They started 33rd, I think. We had Joe LaCour, who is down into his 15th now, but they were basically they started in 10th or 11th. There was absolute carnage at the start, like second lap, about there, because there was a big crash. Because someone had a massive crash coming up through Radion, and then cars behind, they don't slow down, so they just put their foot there. Massive pile up, and Joe had also spun earlier in the lap because he'd had to avoid a car that was crashing in front of him. So yeah, not much luck, poor thing. But it's pushing well. It's just got back amongst it and just kept going up into 15th now. So if it was a live stewarded tier, I'm sure it would have been restarted because that was just ridiculous. You had 20. I think everyone after 26 was in the pits. There's Baby Joe. I call him worse. I don't call him Baby Joe. I call him much, much worse. Up to 6th now then. So people are still pitting. They're still going great guns. Whole team is old. Who's the oldest, Jerome, in MSL then? How old are they? They're like 3 or 4 years old, or is it like when I was your age? We used to have to eat coal for breakfast, you know. It's that kind of to keep warm, that kind of rubbish. It's like a 4 Yorkshiremen sketch by Monty Python. Is he? How old is he? I don't call him that. I wouldn't talk to someone his age like that, no. Have you heard him? He's a lovely chap. He's great. But God, he needs a bit of positivity in his life. So cynical, poor thing. No, he's good. He's good. He is. He's fun. Cracking driver as well, up to 15th. So they're pitting now. So a bit of a rest. So are they putting Sharpie in the car now? I'd imagine they probably will be. Yeah, just gutting that they got screwed by the issues of well, nothing to do with them, you know, with nothing of their own doing. I think in that top two, I think Jade had been involved in an accident. I think got a drive-through just before the server died. So that was the gods looking out for him. I think they'll probably need to give him that. So yeah, very fortunate for them. It's what it is though. Vitor, they're all past F1 hopes and dreams. Yep. Is that when you go growing up, you're going, I want to be a footballer, and then you're like, I can't. You hope all your hopes and dreams just die. Sorry, that was a bit. See, I've been hanging around with Joe too much. Have all but dashed. I mean, in fact, certainly speaking for myself and most of us here, quite a severe lack of ability is my main problem. The size of me doesn't help either. F1 car is not ready for this jelly. Emphasis on jelly. Sight of a man who has seen too many pies in his time. It's actually sweets, if we're honest. It's not pies. It's chocolate. But hey, I enjoy it. So no, being overweight does not do me any favours. Horrendous lack of ability. Overweight, 6'4", so I'm quite tall I would be quite tall for a driver. I've also never driven a car. Don't have a driving licence. Minor details, I call them. Thanks, Karen. Love you too. Nice first message in the chat, isn't it? Are you in this as well, Karam, or you just been trying to be nice? Don't mind kicking his arse out of the chat in a sec. Just wondering. Just wondering. So, Matt got up to 4th then before the pit. Lovely stuff. Well done. Yeah, so Sharp in the car now in 23rd. So not as accustomed to the Audi as Joe. Joe drives that thing all of the time, and I do mean all of the time. Don't think Karam's even still here. I'll just save myself some hassle then. Hang on. Bam! There we go. Lovely. No idea who they were, but sod that. And it's not too hard to be nice, is it? Doesn't cost anything. So, oof, that sounded. Yeah, that lift off had me panicked. Yeah, and I think it had him slightly brown trousers for a second, but no, it's alright, it's all good. Carry on. Hello, Damien. So yeah, Sharpie back in the car. He's not, yeah, will not be someone who's quite as comfortable with that car as, say, Joe DeCour. Joe DeCour always in the Audi, so Sharpie not going to be quite as comfortable, but he'll do what he can, and we know Sharpie's, we know how fast Sharpie is in terms of natural speed, and he's a quick old guy, is he? Sharpie, another young driver. It's quite a young team, that. Acton back out top 10. So lovely first stint from them. There's now Pike in the car. So Mr. Fish, you might see him in the Discord. Out on circuit. So they went nicely to plan. They could hold off until now. So great start from those guys. There's a few cars still further up are pitting now as well, so you never know if they screw their pit lanes up, their pit stops up. You never know what might happen to them. Hopefully, Sharpie can now push on as well. Currently sitting 22nd, 15 seconds back from Jackson in the Lambo, just further up the road. Santos and that. Is that the second time they've ever, is that the first time they've ever driven for either way? Back up to 7th, lovely. Marinowski in the pits. Let's get back on board with so Sharp up in 22nd. Is he closing that gap a little bit? Yeah, yes. A little bit of time. Where's that? Or has he got further back? I can't remember now. You know what, ignore me. We'll just enjoy where he is now. Not, not the bit of JPA, not the bit. Evening, Farmouth. Evening. Come back on board with them a bit. So he's closing in on the cars up front. Pike is 6.5 seconds back at the moment from Arjona in 6th for Porsche. He's just going around the final corner now, they will be. Not too bad, man. Not too bad, Levy. How you doing, dude? How are things? So we're going board. The car up ahead is literally just coming around, coming through the hairpin, through the source. The car behind Fish and Matt has got a drive through, so they're now in the pits. So just most of these cars now just have to serve one more mandatory pit stop. There is no limit on stint time necessarily, but you have to pit. Ah man, that sucks. Yeah, that's the only problem with PCs, isn't it? A bit more involved to keep them working. There's nothing too much wrong with Windows. Also, I'm using that's what I'm using now. I've got a Windows PC for the streaming. That's all it's for, basically. That and gaming, so that I can stream stuff like this at our ACC leagues and the like. So, nearly halfway through this race. Looks like we're all good for weather. Don't think we're going to get any rain. Do hope so anyways. About 5 point. Oh, they've got another drive through Simo's in 23rd. Dear oh dear. Some of them are getting quite a few, I think. So you didn't miss much. I wasn't saying anything. Simo's down in 23rd. Yeah, I think it's the second drive through very quickly. Nordqvist in 12th. A couple of back markers now. This will get let's put his eyes on Stoltz. So a couple of back markers. Yep. You would expect that car to let you through, wouldn't it? But nothing happening for it, and yeah, that sort of make his presence known. And the car was like, "Oh, sorry, should I move over?" It's like, well, yes. So yeah, they move over now. 6.8 seconds up to Arjo now. So that would not have helped there. That would have cost them a bit of time, but still going well. Arjo just had a little bit of contact with that car, maybe. No, didn't catch it. Didn't go back far enough. Never mind. Yeah, so doing okay. So yeah, 6.5 seconds up the road from us. So just coming up to Eau Rouge. So yeah, not far. I've been very much enjoying their first hour and 20 minutes. Sharpie is driving lovely here. So that gap was 13 seconds not that long ago, 12.5 seconds. It's now 10.5. So catching the Lamborghini, number 900. Aaron Jackson in the car. So lovely looking livery. I do say so myself. Yeah, driving really well. I mean, it's down to 9.4 seconds, so they're catching at a rate of knots as well. And that car in front, so that is a back marker Jackson's going to have to contend with if he gets close enough to it soon. We have a driver in this as well that's done a few events with us. Mr. Jake Coombs is back in 12th. She's, I think, stepping into the GT3 League as well from this coming Thursday. So a few spaces opened up, and he was one of those who was ready and waiting for a spot. Made it known, and he is going. So if you see him in Twitch, he's called It's the Sink. We'll see him pop up in our stream chats from time to time. Oh, I don't know, leg. That's too much information all day long, isn't it? Anyways, watching left it on Jake for a bit too long. 7.4 seconds, yeah, he's reeling him in. And then you've got another 7.5 seconds up to Jian in 17th. So there are positions to be made here. Definitely positions to be made. Lots of cars further back in the pits that haven't not had a good time of it. Unfortunately, the cars that retired long ago as well. I mean, some cars have just got such horrendous damage right early on. I mean, I saw Sven Klein was having a good race, and look, they're back in 39th now. So dear, what happened to them? In this, it's going to be you do one of you does 2 hours, one of you does 1 hour. You can't do it an hour and a half unless. Right. Well, in this, theoretically, I suppose if you were in a Bentley and you could do an hour and a half, you probably could do an hour and a half. No, this is 2 mandatory pit stops. So there's no point going to an hour and a half and then going to like an hour and then doing the last 10 minutes. You might as well. I don't know. I'm not clever enough for that sort of information, Quinton. That it's car ahead is in the pits. Okay, so I'll be up to 6th then in a second, I think. So you've got to serve 2 pits. If ever anyone wanted to try and stretch it so that they had their first pit around now and then do another pit with 10-15 minutes left, they could do. It depends if you lose. Oh, crikey, that's risky. Depends if you lose so much. It depends how much time you would lose on the full tank for an hour and a half. If you're that slow for 45 minutes and you lose time, it might not be worth it. I don't know. It'd have to be worked out. That would have to be a lot of a fair bit of planning going into that. So 16th and 18th then at the moment. Oh, I should say that Sharpie is past Jackson. So Jackson's, yes, he's always dropped a couple of positions, so he's had a bit of a mare there, I think. So 14.5 seconds. He's got the chase down. Car of Xi'an in 17th. And then actually, if you count Xi'an, you've got Lewis Alexandra just ahead of them here in that Lexus. Nice livery that. I will say so. Maybe that's a custom livery, or that's a real life racing team livery. Simple, but really nice. God, that indeed. Be having an absolute time of his life. Be nice if Sharpie and Joe can push up. They've great recovery job so far. Sometimes that's what endurances are about. That's an interesting bit of driving from the car trying to let them through. Facing this out, but that is a Solder's seen very second-hand Audi. Up in 16th, but has had a bit of a mare at some point, I'm sure. Facing, oh, they're still in the pits. So there we are. Sharpie gets past. Yeah, Sharpie's just popped up ahead of them. So they're really falling down the order. They've been there a while now. So 13.6. So driving as well as he always does. We know he's quick. We've all seen. Any of you that have tuned in here know how quick Sharpie is. Legs, no, that is. I think your maths is wrong. So 3-hour race is 180 minutes. 375s would be 100 and would be 225. That would be 3 hours and 45 minutes. So it's quite a lot more than you want to do there. So you can, if you're doing 3 hours with two drivers, one of you just does one stint and the other one does 2. So you alternate. You decide who's starting, and that person does the last stint as well. It depends. Sometimes it depends on the practicalities. Like some people, like Fish, ideally didn't want to start until about 6 PM our time. So he did. So Matt started, and then Fish jumped in then because it made more sense for him. I think Eli probably knows why. But yeah, he hopped in the car after about an hour or so. And yeah, doing well so far. Been in the car about half hour. 8.3 back from my donut. So maybe drop back a little bit, but again, only a few cars in front, so they'll be pretty happy with so far. So where Sharp is, down in 17th. Oh dear, back marker central coming up. This is always a bit bottom twitchy. This is not nice. I mean, that's still like more than 3 hours. That's like 15 minutes past. But I think I'm just thinking, what would you do? Yeah, what is optimal in terms of time? You can see Sharpie does not like how that Audi feels up there. If he was confident up Radion, I think he'd be gaining quite a lot of time. I think he's almost so smart. He's like, actually, do you know what? He knew he was going to struggle there. He's going to have to catch these back markers at some point and get past them. But at the moment, just keeping a bit of space. Again, wise, because those cars could cause issues for each other. Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't worry about the drivers having the exact same drive. You're not going to be able to do that, Quentin. On a 3-hour race, I said you could. In a race like this where you have to pit twice, then it's not really feasible. So he's into the back of them. No, blue flags are waving, but they are not moving. A burn of their lives half time in an endurance event. Come around to a load of back markers and they will sit there. So no car in front back markers, or they cars much further ahead than Sharp, and that's just that green car as a back marker. That is God, this is so tears written all over it. This does, doesn't it? Well done by Kieran there, good stuff. So what cars are there? Let's have a look in a second. I'm not going to do it yet. Let's let make sure Sharpie doesn't get sent to the shadow realm on the final corner. So track map. So it's cars number, oh, I can't even see on that. Is it 888? Actually, I might be able to click on them in game, which is a pretty funky feature, if I'm honest. No, I can't for some reason. It will not let me. Oh well, I tried. 713. So those cars are in. Okay, fair enough. That is second position. So that is second. Is that second and third? It is. No wonder he wasn't finding them. Nah, I'm right. Thrice. Not often enough used word. I mean, I was more caring about the other two cars. That's why I was not sure, leg, to be fair. Give me a chance. Multitasking, mate. Multitasking. So yeah, second and third. Sharpie just behind him. So that actually will tow him along nicely, hopefully. We know Sharpie's probably got the pace for that kind of position on track, which is frustrating. So him and Joe, I think, would have had, I hope, starting in 10th. Can you imagine if they just started top 10 and kept it, not had the issues they had at the start, they'd be right amongst it. So he's in a really annoying position here, but these two are fighting, they're slowing each other down, and ideally he wants to get past, because I think he's probably quicker. He's quicker than these two guys fighting. So Pike's in 6th, cracking from those. Sharpie's now 15 seconds down on the car in 16th. And so annoyingly, it's second and third that are holding him up. It's a bit of a weird conundrum he's in. He really needs these two to get out of the way, wipe each other out, make an error so he can get past at least one of them. Obviously, they're not going to want to let someone past who's in 17th, but
we are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
They are slowing each other down so much. There's Go Panker coming over the radio to tell us they're halfway through. Oh, hello. Oh, I've just missed. Oh, no. Right, let's go with that then. So he's done a... we've seen this happen a few times on that corner. Not a nice corner to happen at. Oh, dear. We're not going to enjoy this. Oh, so I'm just not having the luck tonight. Just not being able to go their way. Yeah, he's just slowed down so much in front of him, and Sharpie's just had to lift off, and it's completely unbalanced the car. Little touch of the ball, but actually not bad. It's really good. Sharpie's technical is superb technical driving normally, and he's done well to keep that from hitting the wall at a pace. I've seen some big crashes there. God, so unlucky though. I mean, that's all pretty much. Those two fighting, second and third, they're so quick, and Sharpie is probably as quick as them, if a bit faster, raw pace. But you can't, yeah, it's a bummer, isn't it, JP? But it's nothing he can do. There's absolutely nothing he can do, because they basically slowed down. They basically go around the corner, and then the car in front slows down a bit because of the car in front, and then Sharpie's got nowhere to go. Car had a bit of a nightmare there. That's made a bit of a mess of Lacoon, so that was off on the inside. So yeah, Sharpie now going to have to push forward again. So imagine, yeah, they're 18th now. They're probably up around where Acton and Pike are, frankly. So trying to get past this back marker. It's Aston Martin. Hopefully it lets them through, no drama. Lovely. 7.5 seconds between them and the car up front. It might have been, you know. Yeah, well spotted. Again, they're just pushing too hard. It's a weird one because you can't ask them to let Sharpie go. It'd be silly. Oh yeah, he's not feeling confident. But they were pushing so hard. It's gutting because Joe and Kieran are probably. I suppose that they only qualified where they qualified, to be honest. No, Sharpie doesn't feel particularly great in qualifying, but you fancy they could have done a little bit better. It'll be a bit miffed about that kind of accident, and the two they got caught up in early on. So nothing really of their own doing. Nothing of, you know. You can argue that my last one was a mistake, but you're coming up round there, you're leaning on the car, and you go round there at full pelt through Blanchimont, then and the car in front of you suddenly slows down. You've either got to twitch left or right, or you've got to lift off, and if you do any of them, and the car, chances are you're going to have a crash. It's a massive shame, but. Although still 8 seconds gap. Another back marker ahead. A shiny red and green Aston Martin. So hour and 25 left. So plenty of time to go. Lots of things can still change. I was just reading here as well, the car that was leading earlier, that Sven, who we were on board with a little bit earlier on, apparently was leading the pit, leading this split at one point. Game froze, and also damaged the Bentley pitting as well, so they've lost 5 laps. So yeah, very painful. So I don't know if they've got restarted yet in Tier 2 either. But I was looking in the Discord. JP, fish up to 5th now. Lovely. He puts that Brady on. Possibly. I'm not going to go that far back now because I'll probably miss it anyways. No, I'll have to sit here waiting for the replay to end. Actually, do you know what? Saying that, I can do this. Quite like to put on board with him, but okie dokies. Now I've got to find out where the hell we were earlier on. There we go. Let's go towards then. So let's have a look. You in here? Oh, there was. Oh, flipping Nora. Is it? Is it? It is. It's. Oh, what a place to spill. Yeah, let's. God, they've had a mare for the last few laps, haven't they? Oh dear. So let's. Oh, light car, and off they go. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh, that is not where you want to be sat. Oh man, get them moving. Oh no, go on, move. Oh, they've done well. But I mean, if you're going to move it further than that. Don't try and spin it there. Oh, flipping heck. I'm not a fan of that. I am not a fan of that. Not in the slightest. If your cars, I mean, just get out of the way, move. Like if they drove off a bit, just drove right towards the wall and either get it back to the pits, or I mean, oh dearie me. Anyways, good catch, JP. But that was that's awful. You hit that, actually. I mean, just done. Slightly silly driving, if you ask me. I think you can avoid that. It's noob, yeah. I mean, they're on like their 4th pair now as well. Des, they've got this supply of new underpants in the boot, and frankly, they're depleting the supply fairly fast. Evening, man. Yeah, that is horrible because you can avoid it. You just got to keep your own line. But if anyone else has a problem there. I mean, you've seen Sharpie have to use that line a couple of times tonight where he's had to go a bit wide and oh dear, and there's another one. It's interesting, it's not boring. That's the important thing. Ploughing through the wardrobe. I'm just gonna have to be using towels soon if I run out. Like a baby, like one of those diapers made out of just cloth. And he's like, oh, it's got to do a job. It's just gonna have to do. Do the inside out. What is it? Turn around, inside out, turn around in. I don't know. I don't do that. Let's make that clear. Dirty sods if you do. I did love your clip, by the way, from the Monza race when you got chucked in the car by Sean. That was great. Lovely bit of content that was. That was very funny. I'm sure it wasn't great for you. Oh. Well, that'll slosh. Nah, Eli, that'll slosh around too. That's not going to go well, man. That's going to cause more problems than it will solve. In every way, shape and form. Right, let's go back on board with Sharpie. So 4.8 now back from Freitas. Just wants a bit of luck. Would have been catching the guys ahead of him and overtaking them quite easily until he got caught behind the car that we saw sat on that apex a minute ago. He's had an absolute nightmare of a few laps. Hey man, eventful. So Sharpie had a moment around Blanchimont. He basically had 2nd and 3rd in front of him and were fighting each other, and Sharpie was miles quicker. So he had to keep lifting off and backing off, and then he'd catch him again because they were fighting. And then he went round Blanchimont, and they effectively sort of half stopped each other. And Sharpie got to the back of him like instantly. He had to lift off and unsettled the car, and it went left. And he pretty much kept out of the wall though, so he should be okay. It might be a tiny bit of damage, a little scrape, but not too bad. I mean, he's going like the clappers. He's still. We all know how good he is. He's rapid. That's harsh getting the mechanics to do that. That's not what they signed up for, is it, JP? Also, whilst you're here, some slurry for you to sort out. Ask questions later, not now, okay? Just go and chuck that away somewhere else. Somewhere far, far away from here. Burn it. And throw the bucket away. I don't want that anymore. That's, I think, probably what they'd say, JP. But yeah, that. Don't know if you didn't see that, did you, James? A minute ago, that car that had an issue going up. It was in 3rd, and it's crashed. And it's basically sat on the apex on the left at the top of Radion. I can go back and show you it if you really want. It's I mean, a properly code brown. I mean, they're in 25th now, so that's their race done. Unfortunately, from a potential podium spot. Sharpie catching up too. So who is it this time? Let's have a look. Car number 888 again. He loves that thing, doesn't he? 888 and 333. So that is. Is that one of them? Is for position. Give me the faraway cameras. That's better. Sharpie is just here, so not too far back. And then that car number 888 is that Simoes, who's had about 900 different drive-throughs, unfortunately, tonight. What question did I want to ask? I can't remember. I didn't want to ask you a question, did I? Oh, can I get past? Hope so. Hopefully be let go here. It would like just a little lift, make it nice and comfortable. Yeah, lovely. So next car up ahead is... No, that isn't number 8. So still not got to get past number 888. So that wasn't the 888. Getting there slowly, lads. Getting there slowly. Do you like pie? Hello, pie. Oh dear, let's not start that. Martin Webb would be over field day with that. Used to watch that a lot as a kid, apparently. He's right. He's old like me, so that's fine. Don't say that. You're making me hungry. I had my dinner right before this, to be fair. So little flash from Sharpie there. Fair play as well. That's nothing wrong with that. Give you a hello. I am here. Please, could you make room to vacate the part of track that you're on, please, and let me past. They want to at the moment. That Ferrari, and Sharpie's going to be catching them up like the clappers as well. And it's not going to want to go past at difficult points. Really, if this Ferrari had a little bit of nous, they would move over, because now they're going to go up. Radion right in front of him. Oh, and is that our former third place car coming back out? I think it might be. So there'll be another couple of flashes, I think, coming from Sharpie down there if he gets in close enough. Yeah, blue flags are coming out, but again, still nothing happening. So when are they going to let Sharpie through? He's going to be getting pretty close. It'll be around all this twisty stuff is where Sharpie will close up that gap as well. They're going to end up getting so close that Sharpie will end up having to basically half send it, which you have to do sometimes, otherwise you'd literally sit behind them for days and days. I mean, we quite easily could have moved over there. And you saw what happened earlier with Sharpie getting caught out by the second and third place cars. The third place car being the one that's had all the problems since. This will be frustrating. Just wants to get a bit of clean air so they can push and close the car down further up the field. So 15th. I mean, he's gone through enough blue flags now that if live steering him or anything in this race, they'd be in trouble. Because they're very easy to just move over there. Like, flashing like an absolute lunatic by this point. So another corner, he does not want to hopefully get caught behind him. Just the wrong moment here. So this is, I imagine he will send it, yeah, absolutely should do as well. Frustrating. And then hopefully they sit in comfortably and don't drive too hard out of the bus stop. Right, fair play to Sharpie though for being patient, but that would have annoyed the bejesus out of me. Oh, good pie. Oh, good pie. Steak and kidney. I think I like, I can't have chicken and mushroom because I can't eat mushrooms. That's a bummer. P1 and P4. Good question. Sorry. Let's have a look. So, P1, Orange doing alright. Now car number 44, Arta Sarnecki. So they've been in the lead since the start, pretty much. Car number 4. Sorry, car number 4 or car in 4th? Let me double check. P1 to P4. Okay, happy anniversary come up to... Who's that? To me? Us? OTL? Or are you talking about something else? JP. Let's have a look. Brown, so they're 45 seconds clear, the team at the top. So they are driving a stellar race. Sometimes it's a bit more about making your own luck. Well, not making your own luck, just hope you get a clean race. It's not very easy. Sometimes there's not much you can do about it. You very much do your thing and hope that everyone else does their thing by crashing away from you, not into you. Ah, right. Yes, I know where your car is. Is Sven your car, wasn't they? They were leading. His game crashed. He also had damage coming into the pits. So, what did you say the teammate was called? I'll go looking for them. What was his name again? I know, man. Don't worry, our teams have had not much more luck. I mean, Pike and Acton have had all the luck in the world, and our team had none. Our other team had none, so some sharing would have been nice. D. Adams. Let me have a look. Don't think I can see them, mate. I mean, they were back in like 30th last time I checked, and from what I can see. That's a D-Jax. I can't see anyone with an surname Adams. Number 26. Oh, okay, that's probably more use. Let me see if I can see that car number. I can see a 27, but one more quick scan. Let's go further back. Look, this is car number 66 and 29th. So they're not on there, are they? No. And then let's go to 40th. They're not at the bottom either. Ah, bummer. Yeah, rough. Typical rate. Yeah. So we're fortunate that we've been caught up in stuff, but actually hasn't been worse. Like if Joe had been caught up in that middle of that crash earlier, they'd have been done. Like absolutely done. In a 3-hour race, it would almost. I can see why quite a few have retired. That's almost like, let's end it there. Sorry, man. Yeah, that's gutting. Massively gutting. So they're doing well, but I think it was had a game crash effectively. And has put pay to their fun, unfortunately. I saw that's what you commented in the RCI Discord earlier, I believe. So Tier 1, I think, still just trying to get underway. They're going to have a couple of hours left still. So luckily, it's still quite early in the evening UK time. It's not too bad. So going good guns. Still, let's see how Kieran's doing. 5.2 seconds back from Freitas. And oh, crikey, those top... Oh, okay, so there's actually a good few positions here for Sharp if he can push in the next 10 minutes. So this is where... So he is... What corner are we at here? That was Lefania, wasn't it? And through, I believe that is Campus. Yeah, Campus and Stavlo. Oh dear, that's just what he wants to see, more back markers. Yay. Oh, he has caught them up like the clappers. Dear oh dear, he was 5 seconds behind them a minute ago. He's 1.8 seconds behind now. So you've got this absolute cluster of cars. You've got the second car into that pack is the car up ahead of him. Is the Sebastian Louis Alexandre. Trying to be a bit too continental with my accent there. We've got Skinner. Oh, that is Skinner. So these are all positions. So Skinner's in 15th now. Look, Sharpie is right there. So there's some positions to be had here. Freitas, just in front. Alexandra, is that, the blue car next ahead. So they've swapped. So this is actually positions. Jean is in that group right at the top. Yeah, some spots to be gained, so up to 13th. So this could be where they gain some of their time back. Fish, Mr. Pike in 5th. What did you say, Eli? I think if he's still here, calling him Andrew Fish. I think he recommended. If I get twisted, a bit tongue twisted. Sitting in 5th, 4.7 back. So I'm interested to see how Sharpie manages this once he gets on the back of this pack. Yeah, top tier just starting again. Game crash, yeah, lost 4 laps. Ah, bummer, man. That's gutting. Always. You'd rather that happen early in a race. What you don't want is that to happen last 15 minutes. I've seen that happen to people. Like the last 5 to 10% of a race that happens. And that's and they're doing well as well. Sven was doing well. Right, Sharpie all over the back of Skinner now. I'll make some move up the inside. Lovely move. Fair play. Left him in no doubt. Wasn't dirty. Skinner knew he was coming. Euro Enduro Motorsports. You know it's their car because they're in a light blue. So Sharpie up to up to 15th, and he has Louis Alexandre just ahead of him, right ahead of him now. So these cars must have had a few issues. I think there has been some car touchy that maybe they weren't wanting. So he was 5.8 seconds back off this pack, and then all of a sudden the next sector line was 1.8 seconds back. So there was clearly something that's gone on there. And to his benefit, this is why you've got to carry on in even a 3-hour race. You've got to continue because stuff happens to everyone else as well. It just happens at a different time of the race more often than not. Nico Muller, no wait, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, so top tier just restarting, just getting going under safety car again. So this is a silver tier. So high silvers and lower silvers. There's 3 tiers. We've got esports and pro-am, or pros and pro-ams in the top split, the one you will see streamed with Jardier and Dowking and the like in it. And then you've got this tier, which is high silver and low silver. We're high silver. I think the reds, the silver on the standings behind the numbers is the high silvers, and the low silvers are the reds, I'm guessing. And then you have an AM tier as well, a 3rd tier. And just the top tier being live stewarded. It's fair enough. Not easy to do, get all the resources. So it makes sense to plough it into the top tier. It's a bit unfortunate when stuff happens in this tier and you can't really do much about it, can't get it looked at, but that is the way sometimes. Kind of why we like doing our OTL races as one tier. Oh, car up ahead having a bit of a nightmare. That might be Gian, you know. Was that back marker? Yeah, Gian have a bit of a nightmare there. So look at this all of a sudden. So Skinner, Kieran, Sebastian, Freitas and Gian all very, very close here. So 12th down to 16th. So 16th dropped off a bit actually. Skinner's a couple of seconds off the back now. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to work that out. It's quite a long way because I think they might be on separate laps. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're on 47, they're on 46. So that's quite a long way. Quite a stretch, unfortunately, Eli. So yeah, 3.8 those closing in on Arjona. That car's just round the corner actually. Yeah, so it's literally just on the corner that Fish is about to do. So there it is. So really, really superb driving here with a possible 4th place just ahead. So we've got Kieran. Oh, he's actually got the car that was in 3rd place earlier, right behind him. So what car number is that? Let's have a look. That is... Oh, it's got 7 at the end, I can tell you that. I think that might be this car. Yep, found it. There we go. So that's the car number 37, which is the car that we saw have its issue earlier on at Radion. Very close now. A bit of a bus stop. Oh, and the car in front diving into the pits. So hour and 5 minutes left. That'll be their final pit stop. So they'll be doing theirs soon. I imagine Sharpie, there's a temptation for them to maybe pit it now, get it in if he's being held up pace-wise, because Sharp knows he's quick. He knows what he can do pace-wise. If he knows he can do better pace than these guys, he might go for a bit of an undercut, get in early. Yeah. Mr. Risky. Well, it was in the top few, and then suddenly just drama for about 5 laps for that red and green Ferrari. A bit of an awkward one because it's still trying to push through, even though it's down in 31st, I think. So it's got to be careful not to affect the cars that are fighting up 20 positions ahead of it. So just Gian just in front now, and then Freitas as well. So up to 14th. So they've been going good guns. So considering they got caught up in stuff early on, they're going well. Oh no, I didn't. No, I hadn't seen. I didn't. Oh, did you have a quick go? Did you? I didn't see you in there. No. How'd it go? How'd it feel? Oh dear. Is that like that? That's how it is it? That's right. I watch your dad every week. It can't be any worse. Sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Anyway, so Gian, yeah, just half a second now. 13th spot ahead of him, and also just double check. So let's go back on board. So we've got Freitas as well. So Freitas is a few seconds up the road. So you can see just behind was Gian. Oh, so there's that white car, that back marker in between, and then just coming up to the bus stop now is Freitas in 12th. So again, these cars will start pitting soon. It'll be interesting to see how Kieran does when he hops into the pits. Will be soon, but not yet. So they're still going. Hey, look, Fish chose it. That was up to him. Said the Maserati was even worse, so I'm glad he didn't choose that. Oh, well, the Mazda GT4, the Maserati GT4 doesn't have traction control, Eli, so you don't touch that unless you're that kind of weird, sadistic kind of person who likes punishment for yourself. So, in the wet, that's kind of, yeah. In real life, Eli, when the GT4s are going, if it rains badly enough, they withdraw the car. Because it can't, because it's got no traction control, it cannot handle the weather. So we're going to have a look then up the inside into the lagoon, maybe? Thinking about it, and the car in front knows he's thinking about it. Yeah, Sharpie's like, no, got on the brakes nice and early. It moves back over to the racing now to get a good entry point, you can see that. But get slowed down nice and early, doesn't brake at the usual time, gets lifted up a bit early. And have a little look. Car behind them, terrorising them. Oh, I murdered that but one person, yes. No, that was Hydromantis. You say murder. That was more of a tickle. It's going to get alongside. No, I think it will. No, not the time for that. Very close now, very, very close. So that car behind is just going to have to hopefully keep its nose clean and stay out of this. So the previous driver had a bit of a nightmare. New driving out, obviously, but do hope they stay out of it and let these guys fight. That's Maxio Katotsu behind them. I'm a little bit nervous. I haven't seen a couple of things that went on earlier. Oh, so Pike up to 4th, so Arjona are in the pits, but they're done with their pit stops now, so they're finished. It'll be interesting to see where the Fish comes out. He's in 4th at the moment, so we'll stay on board with this for a little bit though. I want to see how this resolves. So we're going to see these cars pitting soon, so... Oh dear, hello. That white car's done well. Get out of the way there, fair play to them. So what car number was that? That was car number 294. So that was Callahan. So that was... I'm curious now. Let's have a quick look. So where has it spun? Oh, it's gone a bit deep. It's over-rotated. And fair play though. You can see how quickly he was to get on the gas there. Good driving. I don't mind that. That's very. I mean, he wanted to come in the pits anyways, but things. But he's very quickly gone. Just wanted to get it in gear and just get it off of the tarmac. Just thinking of the other cars. So fair play. Oh, sounds like House of Horrors. So let's go back on board with. Let's go find them again. Where are they? There they are. So 10 seconds now from Pike and the car in 3rd. So they're not far off a potential podium. Fish really... Oh, just going wide there. Thank God that Ferrari's seen that coming and lifted off. Just a little bit washed out there for Sharpie. What he'd want, but still moving in the right direction. Hasn't lost too much time there. There's a lot of them. Oh, there's a lot of them. We'll watch that back at the end. I'll have a quick re-watch of that. But just under the hour now then. So... fair few cars now that still will need to pit, and yeah, hopefully Sharp and Joe are now going to go on a mad push between here and the end of the race. I think either of them could put a good showing in and really have a good last hour. So we know how quick Sharpie is, and Joe is so comfortable in the Audi. Wide there from Xi'an. Not quite really the part of the track to get past, is it? Because maybe he's going to try and get alongside. Very, very wide. Use a bit of that green run off. You see that little lift there. There's a little dab of the brakes there, it looked like, actually, from that car in front. That would not have helped either of them. Car goes in for the inside line. Does that mean that car's pitting then? Oh, and he's got the Ferrari up his backside. It's not what he would have wanted, so he gets past. So maybe a little bit less worrisome for Sharpie. So they're not going, not jumping into pits yet. Be nice and patient. 58 minutes going, so they're using as much of that tank as possible. Oh yes, that was an enormous crash at the start, Louis. Yeah, unfortunately. Utter carnage, about half the grid. I'll show you it in a little bit. Don't worry, but I'm standing on board with these guys at the moment. 9.6 gap from Pike to Costa in third, so a potential podium spot for one of the OTL teams here. Did you see that? It was on lap 2, and utter carnage ensued. We kind of got caught up in it. One of our teams did. One of our teams somehow burrowed its way through, and the other team not so lucky. Yeah, that was. Apart from that, not horrendous. Nothing terrible or anything. Not that we've seen. I'm sure there has been plenty. Back on board with Kieran, so he's faring. So he's still on the back of that Ferrari, but probably not the worst thing. We just want it to be clean at the moment. He's in and around there, and we know on pace that he can push further forward. I did not. No, I didn't. I know. I wanted Camish to win, obviously, but didn't quite manage it. From what I saw, I had a quick look after this race started. Still, if Sharpie and LaCour can get a top 10, that'd be amazing. I don't know how far back Kraus is. Car number 1, in fact. Let's look on track map again. It's a fair way back, but I mean it's not terribly far, is it? It's not a horrendous amount of distance. Yeah, pits, so there we go. So, I'm not sure who's going to be getting in the car. It's a great stint from Sharpie. A couple of mistakes, unfortunate, when he's pushing and just not really seeing mistakes. They were forced by other cars in front of him, say lifting off just after an apex, or silly little things like that. But really, really good stint. Up to 10th now. So they're still, what are they, 7 or 8 positions higher up at the end of that stint than they were at the start. That's pretty solid, if you ask me. I think it'll be pretty. You have to be content with that, really. Empower, hello, hello. How you doing, ma'am? How are you doing, sir? You don't do any ACC anymore, I'm assuming, Lucas? It's a shame, because you were clearly quite good. Pretty awesome to see you in more of our stuff. So just under 9 seconds now then. I think I saw you say before, Empire, didn't you, that you couldn't put the time in to practice like you'd wanted to. But I mean, you were pretty good from what I saw. I might be misremembering that, but so yeah, under an hour then. Sharp in the pits. We've dropped a few positions since being in, so just coming out now. So it is Joe to finish the race then. Joe in his favourite little car. Does love an Audi. How much doing car? I have it on record. Yeah, I don't actually know what happened. I've got to be honest, JP. We'll be honest. I've no idea. I don't watch BTCC all that often. I normally forget about it until it's too late, and I'm like, oh, damn it. You could do GT3, Empire. I mean, just saying. Long old pit exits. I'm not. Yeah, they'll have lost a few positions here, but then, yeah, it is what it is. No one else having to pit now, so they'll have to make a charge through again. I've got a few cars that got in front. Yeah, hopefully it was good, JP. Hopefully it's decent to watch. To be frank, I don't actually know who's won it, so I hazard a guess, but I don't know. GT2, I had someone to do the setup work because I don't want to spend too much time on that. To be fair, yeah, I mean that wouldn't. You got the Coach Dave stuff. Yeah, same for me, JP. To be honest, I'm not really a BMW guy either, but I'm not massive. I don't mind him, but But you got the Coach Dave setups that you can get as well in Power. They're pretty solid. You've got other people that'll be able to help you with stuff as well. are top 3 all in the pits. So interesting. But they're going to have to pit soon. I wonder how long they've got left on their stint time. Well, sorry, they don't have a stint time, do they? They've just got to make a mandatory pit at some point. So, be interesting to see when they do. Joe in the car now then. Thank you very much for the follow, Dono3326. Thank you kindly. Hope you are well. As I said at the start as well, thank you to everyone. Taking us over the 900 followers now, so hopefully we march on to 1,000. Be nice and swift, but yeah, really appreciate it. Well, that's a long time, Empire. That's a long time. This game's probably going to feel quite different to then, to be honest. You'd still be pretty good in it. I know you like the GT4s, you're pretty quick in our stuff, but... So Marinowski not far up the road again, so similar to what they were earlier on, nearer the start of the race. Back in a second, I'm just going to go quickly get a drink, run out of water. Back shortly. Hello, back now then. So, massive game starter there for me, but hopefully nothing untoward happening. Yeah, I get that, Empower. That's where people, you know, I like games that you can pick up and go are fun like that. So I do like AMS 2. Project Cars 2 used to drive a lot, I do enjoy, but just 48 minutes to go now then. How is Pike doing? They've not pitted yet then, no. So one of the leading cars to have not pitted, and they're going to keep going for a little bit. So So see, what in our OTL races, you see our enduro race, we have normally maximum stint times of like an hour and 5 minutes. But in this situation, they can go for as long as they want, as long as they pit twice. The chance of them, they're not going to stay P2 for very long, but they've got a good shout at the top 5, I think. We'll have to see. I'm not sure what the gap is between them and the cars slightly further. I think the top 2 cars are pretty much. Let's have a look at the timetable again. Yeah, so the top 3 that are on that 55, so it's 7. So yeah, I think the podium is what they'll be aiming for now. Not easy, but still definitely eminently achievable. Yeah, really solid drive. So I think it's 45 seconds. So yeah, they're going to end up behind. So the drive-through will be 47. So they will be behind Rademacher, but they'll have a chance at trying to close that gap in the last 40 odd minutes, and they will pit fairly soon, I'm sure. I don't know how much further that car can go on a tank, but yeah, we'll find out shortly. Jarpy 14th doing his thing. Marinovsky 4 seconds ahead. Just double checking. So yeah, Marinovsky is here. And Joe just doing that bit of road now. So yeah, 4.1, but not much time between them in general. And you've got Marinovsky here, and that is another place in front of them, Scatola. So they've got a chance. They've got a chance if they fight, and then 7 seconds further forward. Well, that isn't 7 seconds further forward, is it? But yeah, there's a couple of positions to be had here if they really want to push and go for it. Sure, they'd rather, whether they want to consolidate where they are now or really go for it, and if it goes wrong, then so be it. I don't know, but so you can see those cars we were watching seconds ago just up the road, coming up to the bus stop. They'll be hopping around it now. You see them just disappearing on the left. Park's still going, so that'll be a back marker, I believe. So they might be the only car left on track that needs its second pit stop. Or is that the leader car? Let's have a look. Track map again. Don't believe so. I think it might be the car that's literally car number 1, which is Kraus. It's in 6th, I think. So it's just going to have to bode its time. And it is. That is Kraus in 6th position. So it depends. If he's really quick and if he's just finding him being a nuisance, it might be worth letting him past. But because at the moment, if they can just consolidate a second or a third, they'll be very happy. And rightly so. Back marker, want to ask them to be let past. Hopefully that car will let them pass at an appropriate moment. You do sometimes get them letting go on a really peculiar part of the track. He's moved over there. Car behind trying a bit of the action. Not sure what the hell they think they're doing. I'd let them go. They're going to be a massive pain in the arse. Yep, they tag us instead. Great driving, well done, car number 1. Yeah, and flash them all. Fish, I'd flash them as much as you can, Fish, because that's pathetic driving. The car on the left should let us go as well. But God knows what that car number 1's doing. Just think because we're quite quick. But considering it's in 6th, wasn't particularly being held up massively. Could have made a cleaner go of it, but there we go. It's ahead now. I'd probably just let it have gone anyways. It's just going to be a pain in the backside if you don't. So hopefully the back markers behind him, nice and well behaved now. Oh, they're back markers though. Let's have a look. So they are. Yeah, they're having a look, aren't they? Yeah, so they're not mucking around. They are wanting to fight, even though they are clearly... So what positions are they in? Because they are all over the shop at the moment. A bit of a nightmare there, and see now that white car's having to have a flash to try and let it pass, and it's probably not going to let it through. No. Some people don't listen to blue flags, or they're just, yeah, they need a slap, frankly. Nothing wrong, you don't have to just move out of everybody's way, but like, a bit of common sense. I mean, the other quicker cars will have to be patient, yes, but don't take the mick. So let's have a look. So car 23 down, so let's see from 24th down then. Does anyone else need to pit? Nope, so... Oh, there's a couple further down, so cars number 28 and 24 in 36 and 40th still need to pit, and we do, and we're in second. Yes, evening Thunder, evening ma'am. So we'll see them pit pretty shortly, whereas Joe up in 13th, he's only 1.6 seconds behind the car in front as well now. So are they coming in here? Think they are. There we go. Great stint. Mr. Pike there, well done Fish, lovely stuff. Brings it in and he'll chuck the car over to Matt Acton for the final hour, I believe. We'll see if maybe Pike stays in. I don't know which one of them will do the last stint. So 1.6 seconds. That is that car in front that he is chasing down. Scatola in the 333 car, sitting in 12th position as they stand. 41 minutes to go now. Let's see. Wonder if Fish hit his pit lane and didn't, you know, if he nailed it. Hopefully he did. So it'll be interesting to see whether they come back out. Probably be in third. Don't think it'll be fourth. I think it should be third position. We will see. It will not be long. Joe driving a superb set of laps at the moment. Last lap was 1.5 seconds quicker than the car in front, so he's got good pace. That next car. It's a very mixed bag in terms of pace, but we know Sharpie and LaCour, you know, on raw pace probably could have been in the top few. If they'd have been able to avoid those crashes, I think they'd have had a good chance of the win, frankly. But that's how things go sometimes. There's not much you can do about that. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Pulling in now, making up good ground. So just been patient now then. And he'll get an opportunity sooner rather than later. So we'll get closer to leading up to this right-hander. The number 333 taking that defensive position on the apex. Trying to stop having any gap, any door open that Joe maybe can look at and think, oh, I fancy that. Great comeback drive from the both of them though. Really great comeback drive. So where is Acton? Okay, so they come out in 5th. Okay, so they're a little bit further back than I thought they'd be, but I mean 4th is not far ahead. It's 4.6 seconds, and they have a 6.7. So they've got a bit of road to push on through and try and gain some positions if they want to get that podium spot. But top 5 they'd be really very happy with, I'm sure, and correctly so. Oh, here we go. Joe can start looking at a move. Maybe go for the switch back. Depends on what angle. Yeah, that Aston gets through the final couple of corners. Joe's going to try and nail it. He's going to get quite close to the back. Yeah, he's going to get alongside there. Nicely done. So coming down to Le Source. So will he try and go the long way round, or will he go for a cutback? I think he's fully alongside now, so it's going to be, it will be a little bit of a cutback. See if that other car overshoots a bit. Joe goes for that narrower inside line, gets alongside again, so they're going to come down towards Radeon and O'Rood side by side maybe. Or has Joe pulled ahead enough? Yep, Joe has pulled ahead enough. Lovely driving, Joe. Now up into 12th. Now for Cast nice and close behind Joe, up Radeon there. Good going there. So up into the top 12 again. With what they had happened to them earlier on, that's pretty good going. They said they were lucky in so much that about 20 other cars had much worse happen to them, but yeah, that could have gone much better for them as well. So it's 28.5 seconds up to the next car ahead. But again, we don't know. That car might have problems. They can make mistakes between here and the end of the race. Still 37.5 minutes to go. It's good, wasn't it? It's patient. He didn't rush it. He waited for his moment. Knew that he had pace. He's already pulled out half a second, maybe a bit more than that. 3/4 of a second. A few car lengths. But he didn't try and just force it from miles back. He waited until he not set him up, but if you make the other driver have to compromise over and over again on their lines, eventually they crack, generally. So it's a shame there's such a gap between Joe and the next car up front. I mean, 30. We'll have to see what the lap times were on their next time through the line. It was 2:21.0 for the car ahead. Beninate. Probably Italian or something, knowing our luck. It was a 2:19.8 from Joe, so he was 1.2 seconds quicker. And we've got what, 15 laps, maybe a bit more left. He's going to gain like 20 seconds, 20 seconds on him if he carries on the pace he's going at. So 2:19.8 on the last lap was, from what I can see, was the fastest lap on the previous lap, pretty much. I think another car slightly further back at a 2:19 flat, but most other cars are in the 2:20s. Axon 5.7 back. So 27.5. We'll keep an eye on that, see how Joe fares. I know! Cracking job in, and that's with a bit of a mistake where Sharpie was stuck behind these two cars that were second and third, but were slowing each other down horrendously, and they basically stopped just after the go around Blanchimont, and then Sharpie had to lift, and it unsettled the car, and he darted off to the left a bit, which was a bummer. They're only 6.1 seconds from fourth, and then that car is only 6.9 seconds from third, so there is a podium potentially here. Oh, that was the last bit you saw. Yeah, they've been pretty solid since. They've had to deal with quite a few back markers that really weren't fancying being back markers. They wanted to race you. But that's always the way. That is just how things go often. It's just over half an hour. Still plenty of time for things to change. Mahadovic in 9th, I think, has not had much luck. I think might have had something happen very recently. We could go and find what happened to him, shall we? Should we go and have a look in the replay? Go on then, let's have a look. So, oh, that's a Soldier Scene number 11 LD. Let's have a look then. Let's have a Butcher's. Number 11 car, so that is going to be, so it's the 23rd, so very recently. I'm assuming they came at the end of that lap. Yeah, so let's see what happened then. Oh dear, so I reckon it's, is it Radion and Eau Rouge? No. I wonder what's happened to that car then. Is it the lap before? No, it's a nice shiny car the lap before. Very, very curious to find out what happened. Seen it mentioned in the Discord. Let's find out then. There's a curb killed them. Not that one. Oh no. Oh man, of all the things that happened to them. So what car was that then? Oh, what a bad timing that was. What car is that? 214. Can't really miss that car number there. So where is the 214? Let's come on board. So it's Chatterjee. Oh, that's unlucky. So what happened to Chatterjee then? I'm sure had a mistake of his own. Yeah, he's had a spin. Or he's had an incident with that other car behind him. Yeah, it's gone a bit wide. That car's driven right up his backside. Yeah. And then he's sat there, and has he tried to move? Yeah, he's got it on the grass, moved it out of the way, and then it's not great. Let's be honest. Has basically moved onto the racing line to get away. So that's all on them. That's all on him. Unlucky, very, very unlucky for Mihalovic, but yeah. Always interesting to see what's happened in those sort of situations, and yeah, not much the cars behind could do about that. Really, is there? But if you spun it round, that's fine. In that situation, you need to stay on the right-hand side of the track or on the grass. Don't rejoin it and have a car moving at 0 miles per hour on the racing line. So where's Kraus? A bit further back. She's got a long way further back. So Acton still pushing, still 6.2 back from Jeff. Who is just coming up towards Eau Rouge. Acton's not far off as well. So yeah, only 11 seconds away from the podium finish here. They'd be ecstatic at that. Let's go back on board with Joe though, up into 11th. 26 seconds back. So I don't think it's really gaining time, unfortunately. Very similar lap times to Bellinate. Up in 10th. So 11th. I mean, they'll be gutted because they know that the pace they have. They're one of the quickest cars on track. I mean, in terms of sheer pace throughout both of them. Yeah. I think the livery's got more brown as the race has gone on as well. Maybe it's just seeping out the doors. Every time you come up Radion Sharpie, you looked petrified of that car. Like I've seen you go up there multiple times, really confident. You didn't look like you were enjoying Radion, specifically Radion. So no, you were setting some mega times though, considering there was a hell of a lot of back markers to get past. So you're up in 11th, Acton and Fish with a chance at for the podium. They're actually in 5th at the moment. They basically everyone parted like the Red Sea as they came through for that crash, and then it closed up again just for when Joe got there, which was kind of them. But great driving for everyone, to be honest, so far. Both teams have been really doing about everything you could do, to be honest. So yeah, 26 seconds. That's going to be hard to do anything about. So Acton's still trying to push. 2:21.1 on the last lap though, not going to do him any favours. 2:20.0 for the car in front. 2:20.4 for them that they've just set. Let's see what time Matt sets. 2:25.5, so half a tenth lower. So very similar times at the moment, not really a difference in pace. So it might be they have to set for a top 5, but I think they'll take that. 5th and 11th would not be a bad showing considering. It'd be amazing. I mean, it's a hell of a drive by both teams. Once that stuff happened early on, they've really done everything they could. I mean, Acton and Fish have effectively avoided most of the drama, which is sometimes that's how it goes. A bit of luck goes your way now and again, you know. Sometimes that's kind of just how it goes. Nice getting past there, well done. 26 minutes and a bit to go, so you've still got to push. So the driver in front can make mistakes, especially for Joe. The driver in front could still have a problem here or there. There's no saying that they're going to keep it perfectly clean between now and the end of the race. .6 seconds is gap, yeah, 25.3, so it's closed it a little bit. Not a great lap from car in front, number 555 Audi. He's got a lead of 15 seconds over the car behind, so they don't have to worry about that too much. The car's on a little clash a minute ago. I won't worry about replaying it. Just want to double check if there's anyone facing the wrong way. Fortunately, that they aren't. Also, Jeff, I think, has had a problem then. He's not had a good last lap. Can we see Acton? You can, yeah, so 2.4 seconds. So I think there's been a mistake here from 4th place, so opportunity may be opening up very shortly. Slightly battered and bruised Porsche. And Acton is, yeah, closing in at a rate of knots. That's, I don't think, going as quick as it was earlier. Cars in that mid-pack very much spreading out as well. There's Acton though. So where's third spot? So third spot's just gone round the source. as fourth and fifth come down to that corner. So about 10 seconds that gap. So it's there, but it's still just about within reach, I'd say. Just hold them off nicely here, actually. Oh look, yeah, there could easily be drive-throughs in the last 20 minutes. The Santos poor fella, it's had a few of them. Let's jump on with Joe. 22.8. So Beninate has not had a few good laps. I don't know if they've had back markers or what, but better lap that time. 2:20.6. Don't think we're quite going to have long enough left really to close that gap for a top 10. But yeah, it's not over yet. 22 minutes to go. Santos coming in for his drive-through, I believe. 2:20.2 from Joe, so still closed that gap by a few tenths on that last lap. But yeah, you've put in enough good laps, and then that car make a mistake here or there and lose a second or two now and again. Acting in less than a second now, the car in front. Poor fella's being held by back markers as well. And so again, fourth and fifth coming through. You'd hope they might move over. So the car is attempted to send it effectively, which kind of needs to do it at some point. So they get off the corner quite nicely. Not quite sticking with them. It might not be a bad thing to be a little bit off of that. A little bit off of that fight right now. To be fair, it depends how many of you get one round here. If everyone gets one, it's all even. So he's stuck a bit behind that back marker now. Bit miffed they haven't let him through, but yeah, fair play. Leaves it late on the brakes, goes through into the corner. Cards let him through, just about done as well. And then the other back marker lets him pass as well. So not bad that actually in the end. Just moved right off of the line coming out of the corner. Let Acton pass, so he can try and move back towards Jeff in fourth. So still going strong. But let's see what his lap is then. So we'll keep an eye on his lap times at the moment. 2:20.6 last lap. 2:20.9 that lap. So I'm going to keep an eye on Joe as well, just coming up towards the bus stop himself. I don't know if anything's going to happen. I mean, it's alright, you only got 20 minutes to wait, Leg, anyways. Not long left. So just interesting to see if those gaps are being closed, if Joe is setting times quicker than the car in front. Oh yeah, 2:20.064. Lovely lap from Joe. So a second going there. Again, 20 minutes. He's got to go in 22 seconds effectively. It's a bit of an ask. Acton, on the other hand, right up the trumpet of the car in front. Oh, and they've got more back markers. It's always just, it's pretty much a guarantee. This is only a 3-hour race. Imagine what 6-hour and 9-hour races are like. So taking the very narrow line there, Jeff, defensively. The back marker going across, hopefully not rejoining like a right lemon. No, he's all stays to the left. Nicely done. Good stuff. Well done. So the back marker's just behind. Oh, hello. That made me nervous. Yes, that's. I'm glad they didn't make a mirror. That looked like he was thinking about that. It made me a little bit worried. Oh, thank you. Cheers. Is that you saying that to me? Thanks, I think. Endure. What a compliment. I'll tolerate you for a bit if I have to. Go on then. Fair enough. I understand. Don't you start, JP. I can give you hell in streams. Don't you worry. You be nice. Hey. Good manners cost nothing. No, talking to Lego. Yeah, I thought you probably were, but yeah, I thought I'd turn it on myself. No, I thought. Bless. I can smell him from here, though, Thunder. I can smell him from here. So let's get very close. So clearly, Acton has to pace it. It's just going to be about whereabouts he tries to make the move, and hopefully makes it cleanly. The opportunity will definitely offer itself to him. Put the words out eventually. And yeah, hopefully he'll make good on the chance when it arrives. It's clearly got the pace, and I think this will be the furthest forward they're going to get, unless third place has a nightmare. Diogo Martin's in the number 12, Aston Martin, currently sitting on that last step of the podium. But running a little bit wide there, so not impossible to see a drive-through in the last. It's been a week. Oh, lovely. It's my November bath. My last bath till Christmas. Yeah, that's alright. As long as the flannel gets a good wash, then, you know. Just don't use the same flannel for, you know, there and there. Word of advice. New Year, yeah. I've got to have one in December as well? Fuck that. I've got to have how many in a year? Don't know where you're coming from. Right, let's see then. Is he going to make a move on him here? Is he going to get any closer? No, and then you can feel Matt breathing down his neck, and there's inside lines and there's inside lines. You couldn't be more inside there. Acton going to go the long way round. Oh, he's going to be able to hold it. Oh, hopefully it doesn't go too wide. There's going to be a little bit of a bump there. That portion needs to know that those cars are going to rub there. Really, the angle that Matt has to take. So a bit aggressive, but it gets past. I wonder if that car behind might flash him. We might see, but fair play to Acton, so he's going to have to defend now. So we're slightly long into Lacombe, but a little back marker, a little flash. Done well to get around it there. Nicely done. Car moves over. Good job from that back marker. Hopefully lets the car behind through as well. Oh, that was that was not very. That was close. That back marker very nearly wiped out AGF. I really might have to go back on the replay in a second and watch that, because that gap was tiny. Let's have a quick look. I really, really want to go and watch that. So let's go on board with. That would have been. Damn it! What car is car AGF? Number 17. So Arjona. So yeah, robust move, got around there, went a bit long, so then knows that he's going to have to come back a little bit towards the apex, so he doesn't give him a bit of room, little touch. So whether they might feel aggrieved at that, I don't know. And then it lifted off, didn't go too much down the inside, that's fair enough. But just, how close did they get to that back marker hitting him when they let him through? Oh, that was, yeah, I told you that was close. Yeah, that's closer than you'd want. It's much, much closer than you'd want. Thankfully, it's just from the far camera. I was like, I was convinced that was going to be a wipeout, but so just still not dropping off into the distance. He's still within a second of Acton though, so still doing well. Joe DeCoy is closing that gap on the car in front, but just not a quicker enough rate of knots. Unfortunately, there isn't quite enough time left. Shame they could have been much further up. They've definitely had the form. That's some great pace. Well, the blue car, that's what we were watching, you mean? I know Jeff did, yeah, so just as I've gone off him, look at that, Jeff's now 4.1 seconds back from us, so... Right, okay then. Back to the replay. Car number 17. So hasn't died going up the hill, so it's stayed, yeah, so just had a bit of a mare going. Oh, hello. Oh, that's done. Oh, I think that's a remarkable job keeping that out of the wall. You want brown trousers? Let's watch it from this from the chase cam. Oh, that's a save. Sack for the cameraman. Get stuffed, leg. Get stuffed. Yeah, so well done to him. So at least he kept out of the wall. Keeps going, but it's going to have dropped a fair bit of time to action. Axon's 14.1 seconds back from the podium spot. So keep an eye on their times over the next few laps. Where's Joe? Let's go on board with Joe then. So a fair bit back, I think, from the car up ahead. So you can see how comfortable he is in this Audi. Fairly nice and quiet now, not many cars around them. Yeah, 19.9 seconds back, so it's closed that gap by a good chunk, but only 12 minutes to go. The fight mostly now is with Matt Acton trying to close the gap on Diogo. Diogo Martin's already up Radion onto the Kemmel straight. Acton himself just coming up there. So yeah, 14.5 seconds, so very unlikely they'll be able to catch the podium. But they're close enough that if that car makes a silly mistake, which is doable, it's Spa. You're wanted on your telephone. Yeah. That's sad, there's a man at the door. He needs to speak to you urgently. So how many drives do we still have running then? Let's have a look. 42 then. Fair play to them. Keeping on going 8 laps down, but forging on nonetheless. Very solid lap times for both of them there. I've got to watch the other cars every now and again. So I've only been watching them for the last 2 hours and 50 minutes with like 3 minutes of other cars. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they've got a long time to go in the top tier. It took a long time to sort out and get going again. It's the landlord again. Yeah. He says you must dash right away. You are needed down the road forthwith. Gets there. Is that? Oh, actually, never mind. Let's go on board with. So yeah, it's a shame that they haven't got a bit more time to try and close the gap. But they made a good fist of this. Got back up to 11th after what occurred in the first couple of laps. Very solid drive from them. Very, very solid. We're getting past another back marker nicely down as well. Fairly clean looking Aston Martin at the moment. I think both cars are probably just going to settle in now for the positions they're in. I hope that maybe the car in front makes a boo-boo or two and then nick a position, but it's going to be difficult now. Only 8 minutes 20 to go. Windscreen wipers holding on for dear life. Just seeing the way they slide with the car when the wind hits, that's pretty. I do like that. I hadn't noticed that before. Very nice. So yeah, 13 seconds. That gap come down a little bit, but not by a huge margin. Joe into the 219s on that last lap. Joe driving just about as quick as anyone on circuit. I think one of the top 3 or 4 cars in terms of pace right now. Just not able to bring that gap down. Yeah, I wouldn't give him that suggestion. That's called cheating. There we go. That's a frowned upon thing, and rightly so. We like the RCI group. Let's not pee him off like that, do we, dear? Yes, our 2 cars not really much of a fight now. It's unlikely, I think, much going to change unless the cars ahead have a problem or two. Oh, they would. Oh, they would. I think everyone would figure out very quickly. Replays, complaints, being like, hang on a minute, how did they catch us from that far back? Yeah, very much just bringing it home now. So brought it down to 17 seconds, so. Did he ever do, not great that from FANATEC on the last lap, 2:21.7. Quite a bit off pace, really. So he's lost a fair chunk of time there. So yeah, it's a shame again. Only another hour to go. Maybe it could get a bit closer. Joe getting a little bit squirmy trying to get on the power. 2:20.2. So 1.5 seconds there gained, but again 17.3 still to gain. So a bit too much to ask. But ask you may as well, anyways. So under 5 minutes to go now then. Evening Hydro, evening Sir. Evening Fisher. Gone alright for you lads, haven't you? Somehow you've avoided all of that carnage. Hey, if you hang around at the end, I'll show you what happened at the start as well, Hydro. If you want to see that, absolute cluster again on lap 2. Poor old Joe and Sharpie not having much of the luck. They were quite a few places down, but they've worked their way up all the way to 11th again. It's been a great drive. Yeah, and Acton and Pike finding their way somehow. I do too. Oh yeah, don't worry. I'll get you fly mate. Yeah, how you that carnage, Fish. Did you see what happened behind you after you passed it? That was just the start. The bit you avoided. That was like the prelude to the rest of the carnage. Yeah, well, because it's for a different community, is it, Hydro? So it's RCI, Racing Club International. The group that came from the fallout from the Red Line Motorsport, the RLM group. Yeah, great bunch, and yeah, it's their 3 hour of 3 hours of Spa, and that was starting at 5 p.m. Yeah, it was an absolute hell, wasn't it? Fish, absolute. And by the time Joe got to that, there was literally a roadblock. Had to try and take to the grass, and then still hit the back, ended up in the back of a car there. Also had a spin earlier on. Don't know again if you've seen it on your own replay where he had to avoid the car having a spin in front of him, and it meant he had a spin, and then he had to sit there and let everybody go past. Otherwise, I think they'd be in and around where you are, to be honest. I think we'd have 2 teams very close to each other, which would have been awesome. Still good drive from both of you. Acting yellow flag on circuit. It's gone now. There we go. So yeah, up in 4th though. They'll be. I'm sure you guys will be ecstatic. But yeah, don't worry. Thunder and Hydro, I will show you in a few minutes' time. Or will I? Did I get the replay? I may have. We'll have a look. Yeah, I think. Oh, the way that they've driven all the way back to 11th with the pace they've shown. Yeah, 100%. Sharpie was sibing through them. The amount of time they lost. Yeah, to be honest, I think there's a solid chance they'd have probably won the race. But that's how it goes, isn't it? That's why it's hard to win the race. Because some cars get lucky, like you and Acton did, and then some, yeah, not so much. Oh, they're not. P33 to P4. It's a swap. They started P33 and finished. It look like they're going to finish P4, hopefully. And Sharp and LaCour started in, I think it was 10th or 11th. They were around here. And they were down the order quite quickly because of those 2 problems early on. So sort of swapped places very early doors. A little bit of a fight going on further up, so there is a chance of some action. Maybe if people get involved and cause any issues for each other. Oh yeah, man. Oh, it's yeah. I mean, mate, as long as your PC is strong enough to play it. It's not the easiest game to play. You need some beef behind this to. Yeah, they've had unbelievable pace. Great. I mean, they've been held up like. I mean, both teams have been held up quite badly by blue flags not being obeyed. Sharpie had a spin at Blanchimont because of it. Well, spin. He went off onto the grass on the left, just clipped the wall a bit, but not too much. Oh, hello. That's not gone well. Yeah, so. And got held up quite badly behind those. It was the 2nd and 3rd who were fighting right in front of him and just weren't. They were slowing each other down awfully. Sharpie lost so much time behind him because there was no way of getting past. And then they went around Blanchimont, basically hit the brakes, and Sharpie had to lift or brake and it unbalanced the car, and yeah, he went left unfortunately, but not much luck. These sort of things you have to put the practice in. You can't just jump in and go, hope I do well. You put plenty of race time in, so you know. And it's about speed, but it's also about racecraft as much as anything else. So is this going to be the final lap? I think it is. It's pretty close, but yeah, it should be the final lap because it's going to hit. The timer is going to hit 0 in a second. Bit of a wide line around the bus stop. Slightly laggy looking car when coming around the line there. A car that doesn't want to do another lap. They're done then. Well done to the winners. Ranamacher coming home in 2nd spot. Where's Acton? It's going to be with Acton for a bit, so fairly early on in their lap. Coming up to Lacombe. But on for a 4th, which is a bit solid through the final parts of the lap for them. Let's go on board with Joe. Where is Joe then? So a little bit further round. Something like that, JP. Something like that, yeah. So look at that. Look at the amount of time Joe has taken out of Beninate in the last 3-4 laps. That's come down by about 4 or 5 seconds. So yeah, you are looking at like another half an hour. I think the other car would have been in trouble. Or just a bit more luck with back markers and stuff. But that is the way it goes sometimes. So come around the final couple of corners. Good drive from Joe and Kieran. Very unlucky. But 11th place they will take. Well done, Joe. Superb driving from both of you. Still a car spinning on the line, flipping up. Seen that car spin enough today. So Acton come round. I think the car in third does have a couple of back markers right in front of him. We'll be praying that they don't cause him any problems. We kind of might be praying slightly opposite. It's unlikely to create a problem bad enough now that Matt could get them. So fair play to the Diogo. Comes home and takes third. Great drive from Matt and Andrew Pike, Mr. Fish, starting in 33rd. Come around the final corner and they will take 4th position. What a drive. Well done, lads. Superb driving. Mad scenes there. Well done. And yeah, 11th and 4th. I think considering what happened at the start, that isn't all that bad. So now they're going to do donuts. That's just going to ruin people's safety rating. And ooh. Hello. Oh, hello. Car's just teleported back to the pit. It's Joe going to do some donuts. Let's see. Not everyone's able to do a donut. Joe's kinda. I mean, this one looks like a really aggressive parallel parker. That's all right, hi Joe. That's all right. Right. In that case, let's see. So yeah, my replay. This replay only goes back to like that 40. So let's get out then and let's see if I have the. So I have the replay from the start of the race. I hope I do. Hopefully it auto saves. If it doesn't, then I don't. So let's go back out. Let's go to gallery, and it will be in here. No, just going to give me the last hour and 25 in it. Unfortunately, bit annoying. Oh well, right, yeah. If you go back on my stream a little bit earlier, you'd have seen it. It was mental. It wasn't great. So yeah, unfortunately, don't think I'm gonna be able to see. I think that'll be the last part of the race. I'm imagining. Let's find out just to make sure. But yeah, it was a bit of a shame. But yeah, 11th and 4th. I'd be pretty happy with that. No fish and yeah, it's just the last part of the race. Oh well. Yes, it only automatically saves the last hour. Is what it is. I was hoping it might have automatically saved the other bits as well, but yeah, clearly not. Hey ho, is what it is. But yes, I'm going to come off now. Yeah, so you can go back on the VOD if you want and see the carnage that ensued. Cool. Right, well, everyone, cheers for watching along with me. Something a bit different, not commentary or any of that jazz, but just watching to see how the chaps got on this evening. But yeah, 4th and 11th, I think they'll take that. So there's another race for them next weekend at Imola. I can't remember quite how long. Someone might tell me. You're driving in that, JP, aren't you? I'm going to need reminding. I can't quite remember if that is. So we have our own Imola race next Sunday. Yeah, 90 minutes. Is that RCI as well? Catching up, I've got a lot on at the moment, so I need these guys to remember this info for me. I think that's RCI as well, but yeah, that's. Might see if I can stream that as well. No worries, Hydro. Might see if I can do this again next time. No, I think it's our event. 3 hours is an RCI. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, ours is 90 minutes. Yeah, honestly, yeah, 3 hours RCI race will be interesting. I think we have teams doing that. So our race is now Sunday. I don't know if that was clashing actually. Yeah, ours is Sunday. Usual evening time. Saying that, actually, is it slightly earlier? Let me have a look. It might be slightly earlier. So it's 90 minutes. As I said, Imola comes out on Wednesday. That is released on this game very soon. So it's just a Ferrari Evo as well, this Imola race. So everyone is in the same car. It's going to be interesting. Now qualifying will start at 8 o'clock. So same time as always. The race will get underway about 8 PM GMT. And then we've got an hour and a half of fun after that. So, awesome, lovely. Well, on that note, I'll leave it there. So, cheers everyone for watching. Much appreciate your time and eyes this evening to see how our boys could do. It would be nice to do a bit more of that if they as they're entering events to see how they fare. Definitely got some drivers that can win these events, that win those sort of tiers. So, it's just a shame it didn't quite go their way tonight, but one day that will go their way. So, I'm back tomorrow with the final round of the Automobilista 2 Sprint Race League. Taruma Nacional for round number 6, the final round. Tuesday, as always, Xbox Project Cars 2. That is from Ruapuna Park. That is round number 4. Thursday, we are at Bar... Oh, hang on, no we're not. Why does it say Bathurst? What sausage? Why have I written that? It's Silverstone. So I'll change that in a minute. So I'm pretty sure it's Silverstone this week. Did I click the wrong one? I did. I was actually stupid because I clicked the wrong one. Silverstone this week. The 90-minute race as well. Another 90-minute race on Thursday. That's the halfway point in the league, in the GT3 ACC League, season number 5. And then more race run with the BMW 235i from Chang International Circuit. Full layout on Friday evening. And then next Sunday we have the Ferrari Evo, the new kart, round Imola a few days after it's been released, as a bit of a celebration event. And yeah, hopefully it will be fun. Got 50 drivers all lined up to take part there, which actually got a few more than that. So whether we'll have a slightly larger grid or we will run the 50, we will see. I think there might be a few dropouts, but we'll see nearer the time. So anyways, yeah, cheers everybody. Thanks very much for watching. I will catch you tomorrow night for a bit of Automobilista 2. But until then, stay safe, take care, and I will see you next time.